You have to spend a spy
I'm not
point.
gonna broadcast, but I'm gonna record it and I'll post it online so you guys can look at it. But essentially, we're not recording. Okay. So now they're done. So once you're done, you'll go ahead and take your tool off.
Hey, tool. I'm gonna get my tool off.
Get your tool off. Okay.
This board's gonna get stiff.
So now, because you always do ships first. Now it's your turn, but you don't have any more ships to go. So he gets to do his last ship
by default. So fighters go last.
Yes, okay. fighters always go last. Yep.
Okay.
So now I go, and now I have my Corvette. So I'm gonna activate him.
Two, I can do one.
He's gonna take it. Well, make sure you flip your dial first.
Oh.
And yeah, you always got to do that first. And then I'm gonna take an engineering token.
What does this part mean? This one?
That's the navigate command. So he can increase his speed or decrease it, and you get an extra click of yaw on any elbow that you want.
Just one though. You can't do both.
Just one. Yeah.
Okay.
So like he's going to say you want to go up to 3.
Yeah.
You could get a click here, or you could get 2 clicks here.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, you just get one extra on their movement profile.
I like this.
Yep. But you have to decide. Before you go to the movement, you have to decide whether you're going to use this or if you're going to take a token.
Okay.
The token only allows you to increase or decrease your speed. It doesn't allow you to get the extra yaw.
Oh, so you can do both. You get speed and an extra yaw.
With the command dial, if you spin the command dial, the phrasing is spending.
Decrease,
yeah, you either spend this or you spend it and to take the token. Yep. So you have to decide now if you're going to take the token or if you're going to use the dial.
So, how frequently do you change your speed during a normal game?
It depends on the game, man.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I set my ship speed at 2, and I just, because of the situation, I just never change it from 2. But I'll still take command dials because those extra yaws really come in handy when you're trying to, especially because like if you look at your armament, like you guys really want to get ships in your front arc. Because that's where you throw the most dice. Yeah. And so to try and make sure you're always keeping ships in the front arc, those extra yaws are crucial. Something like that, but then sometimes you're getting your shit kicked in, you need an engineering dial, you know. So I mean, it's just every game is so different. That, But I will say that most new players underutilize the navigate commands. Like being able to maneuver your ships is a huge thing. All right, so I took an engineering token. I'm going to go ahead and move 2.
Maybe didn't line things up quite right already.
It's okay.
So which movement is this?
So this is the Corvette.
Speed 3.
He's going speed 2. Yep. And he can get 1 click here and 2 clicks here. So I could essentially do this and get really aggressive, but I think I'm just going to. I'm actually going to just do this. Now you'll notice I turned in, but I still kept it on this side. I can do that because I have a small enough base where I don't overlap the tool.
And you don't overlap the 2, right? Because you're not going up to 4. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Does that even matter?
Doesn't even matter. As long as you don't overlap the maneuver tool.
Like this thing is fucking huge.
Yes.
So you don't have many options. You're either going straight or you have one little
tick at the end. Yep, that's correct. Okay. You finished over there?
Yep.
Okay. So here's the deal. Now ship phase is done. Now we move on to squadron phase. In squadron phase, you take turns, except for you activate 2 squadrons at a time.
Okay.
And it starts with the person who has initiative. So in that instance, that's you, and on our game, it's me. So you start by activating 1 squadron at a time. So you pick the one that you're going to activate, and you push the slider. That's how you start that activation. So you know. And then you look at your squadron card.
And they have a 5 movement?
No, that's their hull.
Oh, that's
so the yellow arrow is how far they can move. Oh. Okay? This is the range. This is your range tool. It's on the flip side of this one. So X-wings can move up to 3, or within 3. I'm sorry, not up to. And then I think 4. Yep. So the way this works is
they only go straight.
They have to be. What's that? No, they can go anywhere. 136 degrees.
I was going to say they should be.
Yeah, they are super maneuverable, and we get pretty loose with some of how some of this works. So we'll essentially. The only thing is, so if I go 3, I can't have any part of my base across the 3 line. Yep. Okay. So like what I'll do is I'll just kind of pick them up and say, you know what, I want them right here. And then because nothing's in range of anything, I'm just going to activate my second one. And I'm just going to place him right next to it.
Okay.
And now it's your turn to move 2 of your fighter squadrons. Yep.
So you can move within 4.
Within 4. It doesn't have to be. It can be anywhere. Sorry. Yeah.
You know what you need?
What's that?
Now?
Is it circular one?
Yes, I was gonna say just like the light thing that you need to.
The problem is that where you're at will always change it.
Yeah.
So you'd need like one that was like on a tripod that would sit and then
Let's actually hook it up to your computer. It can be on a track and it will move around.
Oh,
You just type it, it'll just.
We can use one of my projectors.
Oh, beautiful.
So
we can have a moving.
The tabletop the tabletop simulator that I told you about, it has that. You click on them and it passes the movement ring around it.
Awesome.
Yeah, but that's on the computer. It's not.
And
It's
you can
just
go
more fun.
any direction with these, right?
Correct. They can move in 136 degrees.
Okay.
Yep. But they can only go 4 from where they started. Yep.
TIE fighters can go 4.
Yep. TIE interceptors can go 5.
Wow.
Yeah. Those things go flying.
Do you have those?
Or
how many
can
ships do you have
go
now?
quickly?
I don't want to tell you. I'll give you a. Here,
Who wants to know?
I'll show you. I'll show you guys something here.
Oh shit!
Look at this. You just like
We're going second screen.
Yeah.
So much room.
Yeah.
Let me know when that's up.
Have one. Yeah.
What's up?
So this was Dan and I's last match that we did. So right now we're placing. This was a special objective.
Was that the Millennium Falcon?
No. So this was probably the most ships we've ever fielded. This is where he had 6 capital ships and I had 5. And here by the end it got real crazy.
Gosh, look at that.
These are all smaller ships, obviously. So yeah, we got way. This one was crazy, and it came down to the very end.
Like how many fleet points or whatever does like the Victory class Star Destroyer account for?
So whatever this is on the corner here, that's how many.
Oh, the bottom right.
Yep.
Okay.
So and the other thing too. So right now these are 180 point fleets. So you have 180 points in fleets and squadrons, or ships and squadrons, and so do I.
Okay.
So that's the way the core set is kind of built. Is 100. A
I
full.
thought you said 400.
That's a full game. So this is the core set.
Oh.
A full game of Armada is the full map, and it's a 400 point fleets.
And this is a full map of 2 of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. It's a 3 foot by 6 foot play area.
Okay.
Is what it is, and these are 3 by 3 mats.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how big things can get. And actually, the campaign, you start with small fleets, and by the end of it, you can get up to 500 point fleets with the campaign. And then the end of the campaign, if it's a 6-person campaign, you put a 3rd mat on here, and you do a 3-on-3 like battle royale with everything on it. So you have 1,500 points on both sides, and you have to determine, and it's like a big thing because you can only activate 1 ship per round. So the 3 of you have to get together and determine whose ship's going to activate.
It would take days.
And there's one person who's the admiral, who essentially, if you can't agree, like that person is the one who just decides. Yeah. So I haven't done that yet. I put that up there as I want to play the campaign, but that takes like 6 weeks to like complete that thing. If you're playing 1 game a week, it can take like 6 weeks. Yeah.
I wonder if we could figure out a way to play this in the separate cities.
Well, they have the tabletop simulator, which is just a physics based. Did Dad leave, or is he still here?
I don't know.
Did my dad leave?
No.
Oh. You can pull up the seat. He didn't want to come down here.
Yeah.
Doesn't want any part of this.
Yeah.
He said,
I think
How
he's
about it,
embarrassed by his kids.
Huh? We have fun. That's all I care about. So.
well, I mean, watching this game or playing with his granddaughter.
Yeah, I mean.
So this game, he's coming down, right?
Yeah. Okay, so
Coming
now.
down with his
So you have to. He activated 2 squadrons. Now you have to do 2
How
squadrons.
far can ships shoot, by the way?
1.
Oh, so
That's so. If you look at this is the only section
Okay.
that has attack. So squadrons can only have to be at a distance 1 to
Okay.
shoot.
Good to know. Wait, so that would be within this? Okay.
No. Other side. There you go.
Oh.
Ships use this side. Fighters use this side. They're not the same.
Gotcha. So there's not one that's
Ship.
just
This
combat
is
and
this
one
is the
movement.
distance for ships.
This is
This is the distance for fighters on shooting and stuff. Yeah.
And you put this on the front of the deal?
Yeah, as long as it's touching the base anywhere. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just cover it like this, and I'll get like, okay, it doesn't have to be super precise. So I'll just kind of, as long as it's behind that 3, and then so I'll just kind of do this, and you bump things around, and I mean we've bumped ships, and you try not to mess with what they call the game state, but it's inevitable all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now, do I activate 2 more as well?
Yep. Correct. And now because I'm actually done with squadrons, you would have to do the rest of your squadrons.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So I can do 2 more now.
Once Nick's done with his, and then make sure you slide the dial. That's the first thing you need to do when you activate a fighter is slide that dial.
And because I know that this is like 4, I can just be anywhere with them.
Exactly. If you had a formation you started with, you can just kind of keep that formation going, and then your opponent might be like, "Well, I just want to check and make sure you didn't go a little further than you should have." Sure. Hi, Lily.
Now, what if you put something in front of it and then this guy has to move?
We'll go over that when that happens. But yeah, overlapping squadrons. What happens is you move the squadrons out of the way, you put the ship where it's supposed to go, and then your opponent places the squadron anywhere they want as long as it's touching the base of the ship that overlapped them. So it's just like a cattle ship plowing through a formation of fighters. They all scatter and go around it, essentially. But if 2 ships collide, you actually do damage and you can't actually move. So that's like a whole nother.
How's it going?
And also,
hey.
Good.
Just for clarification,
Yep.
Fighters can shoot through fighters and ships can shoot through fighters.
Correct.
But you can't shoot through a capital ship.
You can shoot, but you lose 1 die. It's called an obscured shot. And so if you trace your line of sight and it's going through a capital ship or any other obstruction, then it's obscured and you lose 1 die from your armament. Right?
Good to know.
But fighters do not obscure.
Nice.
Only capital ships.
Strong move.
Okay.
So what happens when you run out of bread?
So yeah, now you go and do 2, Nick. And Drew, you do your last 2.
So many fighters.
They only have 3 hull.
Well,
they have an ability called Swarm, which if that means if you're engaged with one of their buddies, they get to re-roll some of their dice. So if you get ganged up on by a lot of TIE fighters, they can mess your world up. Yeah, they're kind of designed to stick together and be as a swarm of fighters.
Okay.
With the broom? Keep that
Squadrons you were engaged with
Otherwise
do
you
not
get
protect
peanut butter
squad escort from this performance.
Nom, 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 nom.
Well, if you had another ship in here, like a bomber,
Started when she wants
and
Oh,
they
they're not
couldn't
escorting
attack the
a
bomber.
capital ship.
No,
Okay.
yeah, an opposing squadron couldn't attack that bomber until they had destroyed that escort.
But you can't escort X-wings like they can.
They all have escorts, so they can. It doesn't. It
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah. All right, Nick, you need to move your 2 there.
Put some more here.
What's that? Yeah, they wanted to know what a full game looked like, so I pulled up one of my recordings. No, not like just what it looked like all on the table. Watch it from beginning to end. Yeah, we don't have time.
I know, I was like, you really want to sit here and watch a full game? You want to sit in this chair, Grandpa?
You can get a folding chair from right there. Another chair.
What is this?
Oh, that's a leftover from when Dan used to do this. And you can, if you're playing like Rebels versus Rebels, you put colored tokens in there to denote which side is which, so you don't get confused whose ships are who. Yeah. Or if like I had 2 Corvettes, I would put a 1 and a 2 so that I knew which one was which.
Yep.
Because some ships have different upgrades. You might have the same ship, but they have different upgrades and different abilities. So I'll tell you what, they have a really well thought out system of like keeping this all straight. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I was just talking to Bridget.
Okay, so all the squadrons have moved. Oh no, you got to move your last 2.
Never had their signature caramel.
Like, and all the other fleets is fine. I mean, nothing
Oh,
like
your fighters are destroyed. Take them off the map.
You've destroyed the game state. Oh no.
I haven't had a no. That's because they're tearing the sea like that.
What's that? Right. Okay, so now all squadrons should have the red activation token showing. Is that true, Nick?
Really? Where's your ball?
Not for Nick.
Sorry, it took Dan a really long time. He kept moving and forgetting to activate the slider on his. Okay. All right, so now that ends turn 1. So what happens is this turns to orange now, and we're on turn 2. Okay. So now you know that your ships are, you know which ones are
blue.
activated.
Yeah.
Correct. Yep. Okay. So now we start ship phase, which means you have to set your dials. So the dial that you uncovered last turn, you have to set it and put it on the bottom of your stack.
Bottom when they're upside down.
I don't want it.
Yes, upside down.
And I'm guessing like
What is this? This one?
Engineering.
No, the other one.
Concentrate fire. That adds a dice to your attack. You can add 1 dice of any color that's already in your pool to be attacked.
I'm guessing with
In range.
when you play.
So it's just red dice. They go out to here. Blue.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm guessing like you want probably extra movement, like one to the good farther in.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Interesting.
You're gonna have started
Very
taking a whole bunch of
interesting.
damage, then usually engineering is good if you think you're gonna have taken damage by that time. But yeah, having 3 command dials is the challenge to know what's gonna be happening 3 turns from now is not easy. So a lot of times you'll uncover a command, you're like, well, this is totally worthless to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we want to reset these.
Yes. Yep.
If
you have questions on what you think would be a good one, let me know and I'll
I
advise.
did movement.
That's probably good. Yeah.
What did you do with the ball? Where is it?
Don't overthink it, man.
yeah.
It's your first game. This is why Dan and I take hours to play games. We just sit there and labor over like a decision, and we're like, all
What
right.
does this one do again?
That's a squadron activation. Allows you to activate your squadrons in the ship phase instead of having to wait for that. And when you activate, okay, that's the other thing. In the squadron phase, squadrons can either move or shoot. They can't do both.
Oh, okay.
But when a ship activates them with the squadron command, they can both move and shoot.
Oh, okay.
And so it allows you to kind of get the jump on the other squadrons by doing those squadron activations.
Okay.
Yeah. That.
Oh, you're gonna be a lefty, huh?
You're gonna be a lefty.
Okay. All right. So now the person with the initiative always goes first. So that would be you, and that would be me. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the Nebulan frigate. He has a squadron. Now you also on your card here you'll see you have a squadron value. So that means that this ship can activate up to 2 squadrons. He takes a token. It's half that when he uses the token on another turn. But I'm going to go ahead and use this dial now to activate 2 of my squadrons, and your squadrons have to be within medium range of your ship in order to activate them.
Oh,
If
okay.
they're outside of that range, and you can't activate those squadrons.
Okay.
Yep. So looking at this, all of my squadrons are in medium range, so I can activate any of the ones that I want.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate this guy, and because he was activated with the squadron command, he can both move and shoot this turn.
Okay.
What's happening? This is happening.
Yeah, well, if you go to the end of 3, that's within close range, isn't it?
It has to be within 1.
Oh, on that.
They have to be within 1. I don't think that's good.
Do it.
So actually, I think instead of doing that, I'm just going to take a token. And then I'm going to... That's right. And then I'm going to move. Because he's not within range of anything. And he's going to... And he is going to go...
Hi, Lily.
Sit up here. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
always let them crawl around on that.
They are. That was nerds look like in the wild. As a matter of fact, they are. All right, so you can go ahead with your next turn.
Okay.
Why do you need 3 of those things? Why can't you just use the same one? Or you just
because you have to plan them out 3 turns ahead. Part of the challenge of running big ships.
What is my second one? I haven't even put that over yet.
Okay, so you set this one last turn?
Yeah.
It has to go on the bottom.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're not setting for the next turn. You're setting it for the next turn after that.
So
That's what makes it challenging when you get the higher command value ships.
Okay.
Navigate. Okay.
It's also challenging because I don't know what they started with.
Oh, that's true. That too.
I missed that part.
So you can either take a token, which will allow you to change your speed on a different turn, or you can use that dial to change your speed and get another yaw. You don't have to change your speed; you can just use it to get the extra yaw.
Do I always have to move?
Yes, if your ship is going anything except 0, you have to.
Unless you have a movement thing played,
then you can go down to 0.
Yeah.
And you can only go down 1. So if you're going 2, you can only go down to 1. Slow down to 1, and then the next turn you could then go to 0.
Okay.
You never want to go to 0 though, because at 0 you can't use your defense tokens, which makes you pretty vulnerable to fires. Yeah. So your ship should always be moving. You know, it's just the speed, how fast they're moving. It really determines it. So the first thing I would do is just to check that you can't shoot because you fire first, and it has to be the card to the card. So he's just outside of range, so you can't shoot at him.
But I could move.
Can you move and shoot a capital ship?
No, ships shoot first and then move. So you can never move and then shoot. So part of what makes this game challenging is you kind of have to see, okay, he's going to be over here, so I really want to be here so that the next turn I can fire at him, because you can't fire at him now. Yeah, I'm going to have that problem.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I just added mine.
Why are you standing so close?
So if I want to attack him, I'm going to have to move within range of him, and he's going to be able to hit me first.
That's part of, so part of it too, part of the strategy is trying to stay outside of your opponent's range and making him move into yours. Doesn't always work because your ships have to move. So.
Yes.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is,
and you can go ahead and do your turn now since I activated them.
Activating my starting point.
Yeah.
Activate movement.
I'm going to take a token.
Okay.
Of what? Movement?
Navigate is the appropriate term.
So you shoot first. I'm sorry. What's the range? The range on the front is that 3? Is that correct?
So you've got 3 red dice and 3 blue dice. So I am in red dice range. Okay. So you can essentially roll 3 red dice and attack. Now, when you attack, you have to declare which hole zone you're attacking from, and which hole zone that you're attacking to.
Playing right into my
Okay, so this is where, So go ahead and move him, and then move him back when you're done.
It's more important to be particular.
So typically, what I'll do is I'll pin that base, and then I'll really make sure that gets in there snug, and then I pin that, and then move the ship. Yep.
Did it all?
It's all right.
So you lose those, right?
Yeah, they're gone forever.
Good.
Okay, so
Drew, they got spaced. They're gone.
Yeah.
So the one thing is you can only get my front zones.
Yeah.
So
so
so you'll go ahead and say I'm attacking my front zone to your front zone, and then you'll roll the 3 dice here.
I like what's happening here. Excited.
Front zone battle.
Front to front.
Front to front.
Tip to tip.
Oh, are you attacking?
I'm attacking. Are you docking? That's
I thought you said you could only attack your
Okay, so now that's 2 criticals is what that means. So and the criticals do count as hits, but the criticals only count as a critical hit of place up damage if it actually gets through to my ship.
Okay.
So right now, that's 2 damage I have to deal with, and you're hitting my front shield. Now I have my defense tokens. This is a brace. I'm going to spend it to I'm going to exhaust it essentially, which halves the damage.
Okay.
Rounded up.
So
now I'm down to 1, and I evade token cancels a dice. So I'm going to cancel 1.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I can't do that way. I have to cancel 1 first. So that I'm going to cancel this one.
Okay.
So now there's just 1 damage, and I can't brace 1 damage down to
it'll round back up to 1.
to 1. Yeah, so I just have to take 1 damage to my front hull zone. So my shields go down by 1.
Okay.
And that was your attack, and we resolve damage. Now ships can attack from 2 hull zones, but you don't have me in any other arc. You know, so if you don't have me in any of your side, I'm only in your front hull.
So if they were in both, you could.
That's called being double hulled, where you got you bring 2 of your zones onto one ship, where you can fire both opponents at it.
And how the zones work? Do they just have to hit the base of like just card to card, basically?
Correct. Yep. There's a lot of others that go into it, but we'll kind of.
So if I was spun more like this,
yes.
So
he's in my double hull.
He was like right here.
Yeah. Here, Nick's got a good example. So
you're double hull.
He can fire on your front with his front and his side. As long as it's in, he only has blue dice though, so it has to be in medium range, and it is. So he'll be able to. So next turn he'll be able, or when it's his turn, he'll be able to do both.
You're gonna.
Okay. So now that you've attacked, now you move. Yep.
Okay. So and I had the.
Oh yeah.
So I had the extra movement. So does that mean I get? One here.
You can do 1 there or 2 at the end. It's just 1 extra on in your.
So what do you like? I mean, let's say so. That would be normal. So if I like got you here, then I would have you in a double hull zone, right?
Correct. Possibly.
But you might move.
The other thing is remember, I'm not going to be here the next time you shoot.
That's true.
So that's the other thing you got to remember is by the time it's his turn again, he'll have moved somewhere else. You know.
I have a question for you. How come there's like the blue dice denoted there, but they're different than on the card here?
Oh, because I have the wrong card.
Huh.
That's my bad. I didn't pay attention to that.
That looks like a Corvette.
Yeah, but there's 2 versions of every ship. So there's that. This is the Corvette B. You have the Corvette A. So your card is right.
Okay.
That your base is wrong. So you actually have 2 red and 1 blue out the front.
1 did blow out this one.
And I actually have that problem with this guy. Oh no, never mind. That's right. B and A. Okay. Yep.
I'm gonna add. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because I have the 2 cavalry ships, so I'm gonna activate both. It doesn't really matter. Okay.
You do 1 at a time, though.
Yeah.
You are gonna.
I'm gonna go Corvette first.
Now the other thing too is remember they don't turn real sharp.
They don't. So
and you're gonna be pointing yourself to flying right off the edge of the map, which will blow him up.
Do you use like your command thing first and then attack and then move?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You want to go eat lunch?
Okay, he can only have 1 of the same type of token.
Well, shit.
And you can only have as many as your command values. So you can only ever have 1 token on this guy.
So can I do something like that?
Oh, well, then it was pointless for me to have selected this. Shit.
That would be.
You're using your extra yaw here, and you're just not using what.
Can I do anything with this currently?
No.
Well, that was good to know.
Sorry. Yeah, I would have told you to use like a navigator or something.
Okay, I'm gonna attack.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So then I do.
I get.
Right?
Yep.
What you got?
Nope, you need to go
2
forward.
reds and 1 blue for my forward guns.
Yep, there you go.
I'm attacking the front of your ship, apparently.
Yep. Okay.
And then.
Okay, hold on real quick. So you're using 2 red and 1 blue?
Yeah.
And you're attacking the front
forward.
Yep, okay. Go ahead.
Wait,
I'll help resolve the damage here.
With my side guns. With my side guns, could I attack the side of his ship if I wanted to?
You could, but you typically want to focus on 1. But no, you're actually out of range. Well, you could do it with the red, but not the blue. So you'll notice your hull zone, because it's hull zone to hull zone. So you'll notice your side hull zone is actually out of medium range, you're in long range with those zones. But you're actually within medium range of the front zone.
So, okay, so I'll just go front. Okay, here's from my front guns.
Okay, so you got a you got a critical and an accuracy and a blank. Blank does nothing. Accuracy, you can tell him, you can pick 1 of his defense tokens and he can't use this attack. So
I want to pick the one that just takes away a dice, probably.
Well, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have an evade. He has a brace and 2 redirects. The brace halves the attack, which won't do anything, and he's got 2 redirects. So if you actually want, you can just use the other one. So this is actually kind of a baller of a dice because it doesn't really help you.
Okay.
If you had rolled another hit here, then you could have accuracy his brace, and he wouldn't have been able to have it.
Do these reset
every turn? Yeah, every turn. So at the end of turn 2, you reset them. You can burn them if you use them twice. Like if I use this again this turn,
Yeah.
then it goes away completely for the
Really?
whole rest
So
of the
if
game.
you're like desperate.
If you're desperate to avoid damage, you can burn it and it'll be gone.
Okay.
So here you're just gonna have to deal with 1 damage to the front. So if you use a redirect, that means you can redirect it to an adjacent hull zone. Yep. So you could choose, but it has to be adjacent, and it can only be 1 hull zone. So you could say, I'm going to use redirect and redirect that damage to this hull zone because that's the one that's not facing all of the incoming fire.
Then I'm gonna do that.
So then you'll spin that down to 2. Yep. Okay. And now you can execute your second attack.
Okay. Second attack is 1 red and 1 blue.
Bummer.
So those aren't hits at all?
Nope, those are accuracies. Yep. So that didn't do any damage.
Okay.
Yep. There's a whole bunch of upgrades that allow you to like do re-rolls and other types of things, but unfortunately, this is just a bare bones game here.
So Jared, since I did the movement one, what do I do with this now? Just leave it here.
Yeah, you just leave it there to denote that you use it and activate it. Yep. Okay. And so now it's my turn, and I know I've already activated him, so I'm going to activate my Corvette. See, it has a movement. And I will use that command dial. Okay, so you're in long range. And just like Nick and Nick, we do have you double hold, but it has to be. Okay. So I can shoot with my long range dice on for both sides. And I'm gonna fire at your side zone because I don't have your front zone. Okay, yeah. This is why these lasers are handy. So, because like my front zone doesn't have your front zone; they only have your side. So I'm fire bolts, not your side.
Okay.
Starting with my front. So that did nothing, and going with my side. Okay.
Oh. You can only move or attack, or do you attack and then move?
You attack and then move.
Okay.
Squadrons are the ones that can only move or attack. Ships do both. Okay, so that's 1 damage on your side.
Okay.
And you can't brace it, but you could redirect it to the rear or the front. Your option, or you can just take the damage on the side.
Well,
So that goes down to 2. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Hey, man.
Now I'm going to increase my speed to 3.
Okay.
Command dial.
We'll get her back. There.
And then I'm going to
Now
Grab a hold of you fight.
squadron makes me be able to move and shoot with the squadron.
Your squadrons can move and shoot. Yes.
Okay. And they have to be within medium range.
They have to be within range 1 on the medium. No, on the. Oh yes, to activate. Yes, that's correct. They have to be within.
This is the only guy I can activate. Let's see. I can move 3. And that would get me within fire range.
Okay. And then that ends our ship phase on our end here. We'll wait till Nick's done. So. Okay, so you're activating squadrons?
Yeah. This is the only one I can activate.
Okay. You can either take a token or you can choose to activate.
I think I'm going to activate them. Just need to decide what exactly. Well, if I move 3, I don't think I'll be within 1. Yeah, the fighters. But I could do that with the ship.
And these, and just, X-Wings are bombers, so they actually have a little bit of an advantage attacking ships. Like, more of an advantage. Like, TIE fighters are pretty worthless attacking ships. X-Wings, especially if you can ball them up and attack them all at once, then they can do some good damage.
These guys are bombers. So...
Yep. So and I typically just as a helper thing, I try and get as low as you can instead of doing this.
Oh yeah.
Kind of hard to tell, but yeah, you're definitely within 1 there. So now they can shoot at the
Front or
ship,
side.
and they roll. So this is their anti-squadron is 4 blue. Their ship is 1 red.
Okay.
But they're bomber. So squadrons, when they roll, the critical effects don't count as hits when it's a squadron attack. But for bombers, that's the bombers they do. So when you roll a crit, it actually is a damage, and it can resolve a crit when you're a squadron. Otherwise, other squadrons.
So I get 1 red against that.
Yep, and yeah, you have to declare which hull zone you're gonna fire at.
And you have 1 damage on this over far side. For me, Nick, no. You have 1 damage on the far side of that ship.
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, you don't have a choice. You have to shoot on his side hull.
Oh, okay.
Because he doesn't have line of sight on the front.
Okay. And it's just straight out the middle where that
So yeah, so squadrons are closest point to the, and then on this ship it's this yellow dot is line of sight. So it's yellow dot to closest point on the squadron.
That's right there.
And it crosses this hull zone, which means he doesn't have line of sight on this hull zone. He has to shoot it this way.
Interesting.
Okay, so a normal squadron, this would have been nothing, but because he's a bomber, this is an actual hit. Yep.
Okay.
So now you need to decide if you're going to take the hit on the side or if you're going to use your redirect and redirect it.
What does a normal hit look like? This?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see.
I'll take it from that side.
Slowly whittling down.
Okay, so now.
Oh, I need to do this, guys.
Oh yeah, he's got to move. Yeah.
I am going to fire. I think he's within side range for sure, but not quite. Well, maybe we should go and protect the ships. The fighters.
Well, the fighters. No, your anti-squadron armor is a blue dice, so they have to be in medium range.
Oh, to target fighters.
Yep.
Okay.
So your real only shot is your 1 red out the side on
The side hull.
starter.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Damn it. And now you move.
You missed?
I did. Alright, I get 2.
The red dice are the statistically most finicky. Like they're not as consistently dealing damage. Blue is right in the middle, and then the black are like higher percentage of doing damage.
Because like everyone's a hit.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
everyone. There's 2 blanks, but everything else is a hit, and they have a hit crit. So they can do some good damage. But the only thing they don't have is they don't have any accuracies.
Okay.
The red and blue ones are the only ones that do accuracies, and those are the ones that lock down defense tokens when you're shooting. So,
Gotcha.
in theory, you want a lot of dice with a good mixture of color, so you can roll, get a few accuracies, but a lot of damage, so you can start locking down defense tokens. It's okay. Just the best thing to do is just to do your best to move, and then fix the ships that you bumped from the
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
All right.
So
See, you have played this game before, or is he?
No, he's not a board game guy.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's squadron phase.
Okay.
And so I go first, and you go first on yours. So you activate 2 of your squadrons.
Oh wait, I need to pick a new.
And then something about squadrons. There's, if you get within distance 1 of another squadron, enemy squadron, there are what they call engaged, which means they can't move away from each other, and they can't shoot at any ship. They have they're locked in.
Oh, they're like a dogfight.
Yes.
Basically. Okay.
So it's like if I move a squadron within distance 1 of one of your squadrons, they're engaged, and they can't move. They can't move or fire at ships. They have to resolve that until one of them is dead.
Okay.
Yep. And so, alright, so I'm gonna activate.
Now, say like I'm attacking this ship, but then yours moves over here, and they go dogfight mode every time.
I'm sorry, say that. No, ships aren't. It's only squadrons.
I know, but say I'm attacking this ship, and then with this guy, and then you for some reason move over here. So then do we engage even though?
Then they're engaged. Yeah. Now
So that's like a defensive tactic.
Yeah, you can go pin down the other people's squadrons by flying into their ball. Like I could fly 1 person and get them within 1 distance of all these, and this whole squadron ball is all locked in combat.
Yeah.
Yep. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna
I'm
move.
a swarm one.
That's right. I'm gonna swarm him. I'm gonna activate these 2 guys and move them right here.
Jared, I can't help but notice all the different boxes you have. How much
Well, that's the same box. That's just the base and the lid. And then that's the Carillion Conflict campaign expansion that you got. The boxes?
Yeah.
I threw those in.
Got rid of the evidence.
Lots of those, yeah.
Okay, so I can move
2 squadrons, yep. And Drew, now you
But
can move.
please no, he didn't throw those away until like yesterday when he knew you guys were
That's
coming.
not true. Half of them I threw away weeks ago. The other half I threw away yesterday.
Can I borrow the movement thing?
that?
The art. You mean? The range finder. Yeah, sorry.
Is this and this is
It's healthy,
4, right?
yeah,
These guys can move to 4.
Yep, up to within 4 is the way it's phrased. So you can't go past that. You can't have any part of it past the 4 marker.
So now, do you activate and then move?
So you can move or shoot, and since they're not within 1 of anything, they have to move and then they won't be able to shoot.
Because that's
Yeah, they're. Oh no, you're within 1. So he could shoot, but if he shoots, he can't move. So he can shoot on the front wall of that if you want.
what I mean, just as like
Or
a
did you-
what
did
do
you
you
play an
normally
activation?
If he can shoot, I would have him shoot.
at the ship?
Yep. Even though the chances of him doing the damage are pretty low, it's having to move and then not be able to shoot. Unless you really like a strategy where you wanted him someplace in a turn from now.
Not normally,
then
no.
it would be
Not
better.
without the.
I would have him shoot.
So I would go ahead. and
Yeah,
activate
which
the
I'm sorry, that thing's already done. I'm
Yep.
sorry. Yeah, okay. So they can just move. Okay. And so I get
Yeah.
2 fighter squadrons now.
This is the learn to play scenario from the core sets. So we're just kind of teaching them how to play.
And is which dice is
So,
something here?
so his first set is that's anti-squadron dice, and then the red one is his anti-ship. Yep. So if he's firing at the ship,
Oh, it's 1 blue.
1 blue. Yep. If he's firing at squadrons, he gets 3 blue.
3 blues.
Yep.
So
Okay,
1 blue.
so what I want to do is stay out of 1 range.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, that's a hit. And I'm going to redirect that over there. Here. Okay. And now he's done saying you're activating another squadron.
I'm gonna go.
So that's something to keep in mind too. To keep his bombers from shooting at your ship, you want to get your fighters within 1 of these guys so that they can't shoot at the ship.
So I'm going to.
I'm also gonna.
And do I want the arrow pointing at?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No, that's just to denote. I mean, I have them all facing the models facing that way, but it really doesn't affect the ships because the squadrons because they move 360 degrees and they shoot 360 degrees too. They don't really, and they only have 1 hull zone, so yeah, it doesn't matter which way they're facing.
We're about to get into a real mess here.
So I can essentially just kind of move.
Yep.
Just and that's
Like just a
Yep,
real
that would
mess.
engage these two. Yep, that's correct.
Hope you worked out your dice rolling hands because there's gonna be a lot of it in your future.
Watching those?
There's a lot of this action going.
Oh, I'm well practiced. Perfect.
Alright.
I forgot how.
We're going all the way in.
I think you're starting to get silly.
Yeah, the best.
So wait, when they're engaged, does it cancel out 1 to 1?
No, it's if you're in 1, like this guy has engaged all 3 of your bombers.
Okay.
Okay, so then I'm gonna activate these guys and move them.
You watch the ones that move? Which one? What do you want to do?
I want to stop balling. I don't want to fall up in front of my ship because he's gonna have a hard time moving.
Well, your
Fighters
ships
don't matter.
Your ships, yeah, they can overlap. They just bump the fighters out of the way, so that doesn't hurt anything. It's when you collide with another ship that damage starts being done.
But when they bump the fighters out, that could theoretically take you out of an engagement.
If you're we talked about being obscured before, how it removes a dice. So if you have fighters on opposite ends of the ships and they're obscured, they're not engaged.
Ah,
Yep.
okay.
Obstruction cancels engagement.
Okay.
Yep. So if he moves and plops down on top of these, I'll be able to move my fighters around and your fighters around, and there's going to be a lot of fighters, so I doubt I'll be able to get out of engagement, but it would at least give me an opportunity to try or whatnot. So
Gotcha.
I'm going to run to the bathroom. You go ahead and activate and move the rest of your fighters.
Okay.
And I'll be right back.
Hey. This next round
Is gonna be a shit show. Can I take back that now? Nope. Can I
Hands are up.
readjust that?
am I?
Whoa. Who's that?
It's Julie.
Yeah,
Like you're supposed to do that for Jared, not for me.
You know, Jared's out of the room. You're the next one. Yeah.
You're outside of the one, so I can't read it. Yeah. Quit moving
so fast, dude. It's like let's go on a couple dates first.
Wine and dine.
Yeah. Gosh.
What do I want to do?
What
do
are you
I
doing,
want
kid?
to do?
Being very particular about how Grandpa sits.
We're gonna move.
Oh, who's that? Is that Lily? Yeah.
Can you say Lily?
Here.
Lily.
What do you think of this so far?
Man, Grandpa's video.
Let's see why. I went in deep.
Easier to do.
There's the floor.
So what do you like to do with your fighters? Like when you because you have so many of the TIE fighters, do you like to disperse them or you just
TIE fighters are built to be fighting in a group together
Okay.
because they have the swarm ability, which allows them to re-roll dice. Yeah, so you want to keep.
So I want to
together.
get them all in here.
Yes, yeah. The more, and you want to focus on one squadron at a time.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to start spreading your damage out around a bunch of. Like you want, like if you have three
Focus fire.
yeah, if you have three TIE fighters all together, you want them firing at the same X-wing squadron until it's dead,
Yeah.
because you get the most benefit out of doing it that way.
Let me see it.
So if I like this guy, I can put him like right.
Oh, wow.
But X-wings, you know, they can,
Lily?
you know, there's different
They're a little more
ways.
independent.
They have higher hull and they're bombers, so they can do a little bit different things. So there are strategies where you can kind of spread them out and to make it difficult for the other team to pin them down and try and sneak your bombers through to fire at the ships.
All my ships are.
All your fighters have moved. All the fighters have moved over there. Everybody's on blue.
We're good.
All right.
Grandpa wants to see
So we're gonna switch to
That's
turn
awesome,
3 now.
Lily. Look at Lily.
Oh, she made that.
Now do I
Wow,
change
you got all by
this, right?
yourself.
So now you reset your dials, yeah.
Okay.
And so that goes under the once you set it, it goes to the bottom of your stack.
That's an interesting
That was
game
cool.
mechanic. I like that.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at
You
the other,
Well,
you
the
have-
Corvette's nice because that's
Yes,
just one.
yeah. The 3 having to
Bigger
be
the ship, the
3
better
like that.
planning.
Yeah, you have to really plan it out.
And I see a lot of stuff coming,
Yeah,
so
we're
I'm
not
just
quite
sitting
there.
How many engineering tokens can you bank? Just the one? How many commands? Wait, so the number
I'm
by
talking
the
about-
command?
I'm talking about these guys.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Okay. To spend them anyway.
Yeah.
All right, now they are.
Yes. Look at all these ships.
Okay.
It's just pew pew.
So
So
now-
you sneak around the back end.
Yeah. And if you'll notice on the Star Destroyers, they only have one shield on their hull zone on the back there, so that's a good spot to be.
Yeah.
They're weak.
So
They're weak
wait,
in the rear. They have really strong forward arcs and really weak back arcs.
is the 8? What is the 8?
That's how many holes. That's how many
Oh,
holes.
and that is that's just any. That's just the entire unit.
correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. That's
So
the health.
anytime
Think of
you
it as
punch
that's
through
their
a shield.
health. Yeah, that's their health.
Okay.
Your shields and health. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go first and activate. I go first and activate. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. Flip over any used defense tokens to the green side. Set your command dials, and then we're good to go.
Command dialed as far as.
These are those are your
okay.
speed. Those are your speed dials. These are your command dials. All right. I'm gonna activate the Nebulon B. All right.
Do you want to go first? I haven't seen
Okay, yeah, I'll go first, and then we can resolve yours. So this is a squadron command, and I also have a squadron token. I can use both right now at the same time, or I can just decide to use this, or I can take another token, which would just replace this one, and it would be a total waste.
Okay.
Because you can only have one of the same token on your ship at any time.
Okay.
Do you remember this?
So I'm going to go ahead and use it, which allows me to activate 3 squadrons instead of my normal 2. Because I get 2 squadrons of this, and I get 1 squadron of this. So I can bump up how many squadrons I get.
Very nice.
So we're going to
It's
start.
gonna be exciting.
I'm going to activate this, but because he's engaged by both of these guys, he can't shoot it through ship.
Yeah.
So he's going to go ahead and shoot at this TIE fighter here.
Now can the ships when these are engaged, can they shoot at the smaller
Yes.
fighter
Yep.
stock?
Yeah, they have an anti-squadron armament of 1 blue.
Okay.
Okay, so X-Wings fire 4
It's good to
blues.
keep in mind that your capital ships can't
No.
use all their dice on fighters.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. Yep. So we're gonna fire at those TIE fighters there. And okay, so I got 2 hits. that guy there.
So
So now
he,
what you do here is you turn this down to 1.
And they don't have any evasion. They
There
just take.
are aces out there like Luke Skywalker and stuff that do have defense tokens, but your standard ones do not.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm gonna activate this guy, and he's gonna fire at the same TIE fighter
They
there.
get 4? Wow.
Yeah. That's awesome. And that's so these don't do anything in squadron combat. The crits don't. Only the hits matter. But I did 2, so he's dead. So you take him off and you put him on the card there.
oh, okay.
You going to take a nap?
Love you. Bye, Lily. Love you.
Bye.
I'm gonna start crying when I get tired.
I know.
Well, yeah, he's still engaged. So now for my 3rd squadron activation will be this guy.
Okay.
And he's gonna fire at this TIE fighter right there.
Did you kill a TIE fighter?
I did, yeah.
Oh.
And that's 0 damage. So whiff.
Yeah, lucky me.
That's weird that the criticals don't just count as a hit also.
Yeah, so Darth Vader, the special TIE advanced squadron Darth Vader, his crits do count as damage on all attacks. So he can go through and just mow through TIE fighters and stuff. Yep. So okay. So that burned. I spent that and this.
Okay.
Now he's gonna fire.
Who is?
The Nebulan B.
Okay.
You are not. So I can only fire at you with my front arc.
Okay. Are you firing at my ship?
Yeah. Yep.
Fire.
I'll fire at you. I'm gonna fire at your side.
Okay.
Okay. So front to side.
Okay.
And
So
he's
you
got
get
3 reds. Yep. So that is a double hit and a blank. So that's
3.
yeah. So that's 3 damage.
Okay.
You can brace it down to if you spend your brace, which is the top one, you can have that rounded up. So that would essentially make it 2 damage.
Okay.
And then you can also spend 1 of your redirects and redirect any amount of that damage, any or all of it, to 1 adjacent hull zone.
That's a hit?
Yep.
Okay. So what do you
double
usually do when you like?
So for me, I would
brace it to bring it
I
down
would
to
brace
2,
it and bring it down to
and then
2.
maybe round it out or disperse it between a.
I would take 1 on the front and 1 on the side. Yeah. That's what I would do if I were in your situation. Yep. Because especially in the early rounds, you want to mitigate as much damage as possible. Once you start taking damage cards, it's really hard to repair those.
Right.
Because it costs 3 engineering to repair damage. It only costs 2 engineering to regenerate a shield.
Okay.
So it's a lot cheaper to bring back.
I can't use engineering until later, right? Like,
until it's your turn to
activate.
activate. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I do 1 of these and 1 of these.
Yep,
Correct?
that's correct. Yep.
And I'm gonna do so. Then I bump this down to 2.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, just like that. Okay. And then I don't think I have any squadrons in that I can fire at. Oh, and you can only fire from the same hull zone once.
Okay.
So like I want to fire his squadrons, but I can't fire out my front hull zone again. I can only fire out my side.
So does that count because you can kind of see it, the edge of
it? It is, yep. As long as it touches the base somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So I can fire at that TIE fighter with my anti-squadron armament of 2 blue.
Anti-squadron.
So I'm going to fire at the TIE fighter.
You've always been anti-squadron.
That's 1 hit.
Okay.
So then, yeah, that's where we would just roll this down to 2. We'll come back where he was.
Okay.
And now he moves. He is currently going 2. And I don't want to hit you. And again, you can cover this and kind of determine where you think you're going to land, but once you lock it into the base, you're kind of committed at that point.
Okay.
I'm actually going to use my navigate token and increase my speed to 3.
Okay.
Then you can do 2 articulations on that one, right?
Jeez.
No, so
once you increase it to 2.
Yeah, at the very end. Yeah. Yes, that's correct.
But you can't do on the first one.
Try not to run into you. That's the concern here.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I actually am because I want to just show you guys what it looks like.
Okay.
When you, I can't do it from that way. I have to do it here. Yep. Okay. So what happens here is I can't get around you with free movement and not be hitting you.
Mm-hmm.
So what that means?
Pretty close, isn't it?
No, because I'm going to be
here.
here.
You're on this side.
Yeah. So what's going to happen here? Oh, that's what you don't want to do. Bumping everything. This is where it gets tough with these long ventilation. So what happens is, if I can't complete my movement to speed 3, that means I need to stop at the next one that it would allow me to do. So here I can't even stop at 2. So what it means is I'm going to actually just stop at 1. My speed doesn't change. I'm still going speed 3, but I can only move 1 distance because what ended up happening is I hit you, and then I stop at speed 1.
Okay.
But I'm going to go ahead and overlap these guys. I'm going to land on these guys. Here. And then what happens in that scenario is that this ship and this ship both take a face down damage card.
Oh, okay.
So and then that just put that in front of your card.
Oh, okay.
For which ship took the damage.
Mm-hmm. Do you calculate those at the end?
Does that count as hull damage?
That's hull damage. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. A collision is always hull damage. And so now you have 7 hull left essentially of your 8.
Oh, okay.
And I have 4 of my 5.
Okay.
And then these, because I overlap these, you get to set these down anywhere that's touching the base of the ship that overlapped them.
Oh, okay.
Because it was my ship that overlapped, you're the one who places the squadrons. So.
Okay. So in this scenario, you still probably want to be on this side.
Yeah, you want to have my fighters engaged.
So I put it just like that.
Just as long as it's touching the base anywhere on there. Yep. And then you can't. Yep. And then the only thing you can't do is what you just did there is the shield dial. You can't slide under it. That's almost like your shield's popping up. So put it right there, just like that. Okay. So now that Nebula B is done, and we can go ahead and resolve your.
All right. This looks like fun over here.
Okay. So you are probably in range of all of your full armament, which you are. So you can fire 3 blue and 3 red out the front.
Let's do that.
And you can probably choose to shoot his front or his side. Yeah, you can get his front if you choose, or you can fire at his side.
Which should have less.
I think it's the same. They got 2 shields on both of those.
How did you tell if I could use my full
armor? So you have red and blue dice, which means in order to use both red and blue, it has to be in medium range.
Okay.
And he is within medium range.
So I don't really have any advantage being that close.
No,
I can't.
You don't have any black die.
Okay,
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna fire at the side.
Okay.
Have you watched this game before? It's interesting, huh?
Yeah. How long did you learn all this shit?
2 months. And we made a whole bunch of mistakes.
I'm also gonna spend this because this is.
Okay, so roll your dice first, and so that's what you reveal. That's a concentrate fire, so that's going to allow you to add a dice, which is good. So go ahead and roll first. And now you need to choose what. So
4 hits total?
4 hits with an accuracy. So now you can choose for your concentrate fire, you can pick either a red or a blue dice to add to that. I would pick a blue. Yep, because they don't have any blank faces on them. It's all accuracies and hits and crits. Okay. So you got an accuracy and 5 hits.
What's the accuracy doing?
The accuracy, you can pick one of his tokens that he can't use it.
Okay.
So he's got 2 evades, so accuracy in one of those is pointless because he'll just use the other one.
Okay.
I would accuracy his redirect, so he has to take the full
amount
on that hull zone.
Okay. Yeah. So let's do that.
Okay, so he's gonna accuracy this. You can't use it.
Okay.
So now you can only spend one of these, unfortunately.
Does that have it?
No, this is an evade. And since you're at medium range, evades, you can make him re-roll one of his dice.
Oh.
So what you do is you would flip this over. You're going to burn that or spend that.
Yeah.
And then I would pick the double head and say re-roll the double head. Okay, well, So now you've got 4 damage that you're taking on your side, and there's really nothing else you can do about it.
2 shields are gone.
So 2 shields are down, and then you take 2. You can draw 2 face down.
2 of those.
But you didn't take it. You didn't take a crit, which is good. A critical could have been really
And what
bad.
do the criticals look like? This one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then this, and then go ahead and take that down to 0.
How much hold is 4?
Yep.
Okay.
So he's half dead.
Okay.
They're not real sturdy. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that was your shot, and unfortunately you don't have him in any other hull zone, but I think you do have him if you wanted to fire on him.
Ooh.
Yep, you could do red dice at this guy as long as he's in your arc, which he is.
And I could fire front or side.
You cannot fire at the front because your line of sight passes through that hole.
Okay.
Yep. But and plus you wouldn't want to. He's got 3 shields
Because
there
I
and
said
only
so.
1 here. Okay. So you could roll 2 red at this, or you could fire at his squadron.
I don't
if you
trust
want
him
to.
anyway.
Let's do some shit damage.
Okay.
So,
Okay. 2 hits. Now the nice thing about these evades is at long range it cancels a die, so you can put this and just cancel
We're
that
on
die.
a different ship.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So that cancels one?
Yep. So
Okay.
then you just pick and say I'm going to cancel that die, and you don't.
Okay.
You essentially dodge that.
Cool. It's very nimble.
Dodge the bullet. Okay. So now he's done his firing,
Okay.
and
we have
now
to move.
he can move. Yep. Okay. Now you do have movement token on there, so you could slow down if you chose to. Other than that, you're just rolling forward.
What is the Star Destroyer's top speed? 3?
2.
Oh, 2. It is.
I am going to spend that.
Okay.
to slow
Okay.
down.
So you're gonna go to 1.
And at 1, I have 1 yaw right here.
And just as a thing, I would put your stick here and just use this as a 1. That way it's a little bit easier to kind of manage the long.
And I don't have to.
No, you can just go straight and not turn if you want to. But keep in mind, you know, 4 turns from now, you want to be able to make this turn if you.
So I'm not going to start
Thinking about
So you
that.
probably you have to kind of loop around. So like this guy, I'll probably want to try to.
Something to keep in mind too. It's only 6 turns. We're already on turn 3, so you're only moving 2. So you're going to be here. I mean, even moving straight forward, I don't think you're even going to get to the edge. If you just go straight, I don't think you can get to the edge. So something to keep in mind.
Alright, so we're going to do this.
Okay. So and a lot of times we'll just hover it too if it gets to the point where there's a lot of stuff in the way. So you'll get this where the teeth are right at the front. So you see this line?
Yeah.
That should line up with the front of your base. Okay. And then just make sure you're parallel with your base with the rest of the tool there. Yep, just like that. And then we'll see that we're going to overlap this one. And we're probably going to overlap these guys. So go ahead and pick this guy up and try and move him in. I think we're going to overlap this guy. Kind of just slide him in just like that. And then you're done. And then Nick, you get to place these anywhere that's touching that base.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can split both.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. If it were his ship doing the overlapping, then he would place it.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll throw that guy back there.
Yeah. Thanks for keeping them together.
There's no problem, man. And we'll put this one.
Staring down the barrel.
Yeah.
Just need it out of range of the fighters. That's all I need.
And
Shit, that's close.
what you can be if you do it right, you'll be obscured. So it's post to post, so they're obscured, and they are not. But if you kind of move them kind of like right here, you'd be obscured and obscured. So
Okay.
now they're not engaged.
Cool. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so
Going
now
away with the trash, Nick.
now it's your turn, and it's your turn.
Okay.
And now do I reset?
Nope, that's only at the end of the way end of the turn.
Yep. I'm gonna activate this dude first.
So I shoot first, right?
First you
And I have
activate.
the squadron thing.
Reveal your command dial. Yep.
So I'm gonna turn that fighter on.
And it's concentrate fire.
I'm gonna attack.
And then I would just set that out here.
activate
Note that you were.
Oh,
that way you
you're
don't
right,
forget
yeah,
to use.
yeah.
I've forgotten to use those so many times.
Gotcha.
It's always frustrating when you finish your turn.
Okay,
You're like,
so I'm gonna shoot the front of your ship.
Yeah. So with this guy, I probably want to go after the big ship, right? Just as
yeah,
kind
he's
of
worth more points. For
Yeah,
sure.
he's worth more points
Yep.
than
Step
And then the other thing to consider too is you do have this engineering.
Yes.
So if you want to
Bummer.
regenerate shields, you need to do it now. Otherwise, you'll have to wait till
Then
next
I
turn.
move
Can I
him
use
also,
that
is
and
how it
this
is?
like in the
Yep.
same turn? Oh,
Yep,
okay.
you use them in different
yes.
steps.
Okay.
Engineering is used now, and then the concentrate fire is used during the attack.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use that.
What's
Okay,
that?
so that gets
Two
you.
fire with that guy, too.
I'm going to. I just moved this guy.
Two. So you
I
get two
fought
engineering
fire
points,
and move with this guy,
which
I think.
you can
Oh,
use
yeah,
one
because I
point
used
to
the-
redirect
I
your
thought
shield,
you
move a shield to another zone, or you can use both points
I'm
to
just gonna
regenerate
move
one shield.
back slightly.
So you can regenerate a shield here, here, or here
Oh, okay.
if you so
Gotcha.
choose.
I probably. So your guys gonna be moving.
My guys are
Now,
probably going to be moving this way,
Yeah,
and you're
I
going to
want to do something with that engineer thing, but I don't know what I
one
can
of the
decide.
side zone.
Yeah. I'll do this one.
Okay.
That goes up to 3.
Yep.
You gain
And
engineering
then do I
points to
remove
spend
this?
No, you. Oh yes, yeah, yep. Then that goes back into
Uh-huh.
the.
Perfect. Now I still don't know what to do.
Okay.
Okay. And now you.
Now
can
I
attack.
fire.
Yep.
Okay. So
She what? She sounded tired.
now can I hit you with?
So you got to get right on that line. So you were a little off it, so you need to get right on
Okay.
there like that. So
I'm just in.
just the
just
front.
the front.
Yep, just the front.
But then I have this guy over here at long range, right?
Yeah, on the side. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can fire at both for my ships if you choose to.
So I'm gonna definitely fire at this guy at the front.
Okay. And he can get either my side or my front from his front.
I should probably go with the side since
Yep.
we only have one.
Yep.
All
There's
right.
Nebula bees, you can cut him in half.
Yeah.
Screwed.
And then with that range, I mean, I have
You get
full
your whole
armament,
full
right?
armament,
So
yep.
3 red, 3 blue.
Yep. Yeah, just wait till you see the Imperial Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Makes these guys look like nothing.
Good roll.
Okay. So you got it. Now you can concentrate fire. You can add a dice of any color that you already have in your pool. So blue or red if you want to.
Probably want to do blue, like you said, right?
Yep. Especially get another accuracy would be good. Okay. So you got an accuracy, 5 damage with a crit. Oh, this is bad. Okay. So we're in close range, so the evade does nothing at close range. So this does me no good. I have a brace and I have 2 of them. So accuracy, the only thing that would have helped you is if you would have rolled an accuracy, you could have actually both my braces, and then I would have been in big trouble.
Okay.
But since I've only got 1 accuracy, you can only actually one of them, and I can use the other one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use the brace and take it down to 3 instead of 5.
Okay.
Now the crits always stay until the end, so I can't mitigate all of this. So what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna take 1 damage to my shield, which brings it down to 2. And the crit made it through my shields and hit me. So that means the first damage card I take is face up.
Ooh, yuck.
Faulty countermeasures. You cannot spend exhausted defense tokens. Ouch. And that stays until I repair it. So my ship,
so
I can't
that
spin
thing's
this.
gone.
Yeah, it's not gone. I just can't
yeah.
use it yet. That's one of the least terrible ones in there. And then the next one I take. So he's really close to dead. So he's got 3 damage on him right now.
Okay.
So
And then I want to attack him as well, right?
with your side,
And
yep.
that's the.
And that's your side zone, and you
So it's
are
just
at
long
long range. Yep. And you can either attack my front. Oh boy. No, oh boy,
That's really close to being in the
yeah,
middle.
well, it's still long range.
Okay.
Though, so yeah, you can.
Or do you think should I do that, or should I attack?
I do the
the-
ship if it
the
were
big
me.
ship?
Yeah, I would do the ship.
Okay, I'll do the ship. And that's just 1 red.
2 red. Yep. Oh, okay. I don't use black. There's no black ships that have black armor. But no, okay. 1 hit, and we're at long range, so I'll cancel that with my evade. And that's that. So now he moves.
All right.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do I spend that engineering point to like repair stuff?
Right when you activate. So did you just activate?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll spend it now, and you, unfortunately, with this guy, he only gets 1. Oh, he gets 2, but the token only gives him half of that. So you get 1 point of engineering. Add your engineering. That's not that. So with your repair, here's what the repair do. For 1 point, you get to move 1 shield to another hull zone. At 2 points, you can recover a shield. At 3 points, you discard a damage card. So you got 1 point, which means you can move a shield to another hull zone. So you can move this shield to over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
Question.
And then this goes away.
Question for you: can I drop this down to 1 or not?
Did you? No, you don't have a speed. You don't have a token, and you don't have a speed command. So you have to go 2.
I have to go 2.
Yep.
All right. Probably. What do you think? Probably angle it this way then.
I'm going all my shields.
Pretty good. You're gonna land on all these guys, so we're just gonna.
That makes sense. I can do all of my shields.
Just 1.
Oh, just 1.
Just 1.
Okay. Never mind.
Or if I go this way.
Ahead of yourself.
Okay. And now I'm gonna attack.
That might be interesting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because then I would be behind and probably
You'd be kind of like right here.
Yeah, but then
The side
move.
to your
You'll
fire front there.
and then move.
Now I've already activated one.
Oh, okay.
This is the only guy I have left activated, so he's not moving till next turn.
Okay. So probably
One
that one in.
critical.
I'll move these guys if you think you want to do that.
I don't know exactly what those do.
Well, his ship's gonna land right there, so he's gonna overlap.
I think
all
the
of these
top
guys.
one is having the damage, right? Which wouldn't do anything in this case.
So you probably just want to hover. So what I do is I kind of plant like a hand on the table, and then I get what I'll do is
So you
I'll
can
kinda
like
just
move
do
it.
this.
Although it's
Put
critical,
the
does that
teeth-
mean it gets
put
through
the
your
teeth
shields?
kind of because it, and then I just try and
Does
hold
that
it as
mean
steady as
I'd
I can,
I'd have to.
and then
I think.
slide that in right there.
I don't know.
See.
And
Yeah.
then I place all these out.
You guys are trading paint over there.
No, we're just positioning.
These ships are so close together.
That was probably that move. Now I'm going to attack the back of my ship and then move my pipelines to the front.
That's what you don't want to see when you're
Yeah.
a Star Destroyer with a bunch of X-Wings around you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any question over here?
Yes,
Okay.
I got one critical.
So you are firing from him
Yeah.
to the front.
Yes.
Okay. And you
What
those are redirects, so you can redirect the damage to another hull zone.
Does a critical get through the shields?
Only matters if you get through the shields. No, it doesn't automatically get through the shields.
Oh, okay.
The criticals only deal the face-up damage if it actually gets to deal damage.
Okay.
If it just splashes on the shields, then it's just it's just counted like a regular hit.
Gotcha. Okay. So you can.
So it's splashing on your shields. You can either take that down one, or you can redirect it to one of the sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't watch all the
Okay. So that guy's done.
Yeah, look at this mess after. I mean, it's been the entire time we've been playing. That's as far as we've gotten.
Nothing is
That
left.
was a mess. 5 ships takes forever because you're
Alright.
doing this.
This guy's
by
next.
yourself. Okay, so you're. Oh, so did he move though? Oh no. You
Oh,
this
I
guy.
didn't move him.
Yep.
Sorry. Yeah. You're right.
Now, did he fired out his side, right?
Yeah. Oh, I
Did
could
you
shoot
do
his fighters.
You could
from
do
the
his
front.
fighters, yeah. So, and the way fighters work, well, like let's say all 3 were in, you could roll all 1 die at all 3. It's like
Oh, it counts for all of them. Oh, okay.
you just roll 3 times. One roll doesn't count for all
gotcha,
3. You have to roll roll 3 times.
Gotcha.
But since you fired out your side, right?
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's
No,
just out.
No, you're just out.
Bummer.
So
Okay.
nope, that's all I can do.
How fast is this dude moving? 2.
Okay.
I can do 1.
So yeah, and I'll activate my Corvette. He took a navigate command, which I think I'm going to use. I'm not going to take a token.
Oh yeah.
But first he's going to shoot. I think we moved out of my yeah. So I'm going to shoot my side. So I'm going to fire at your back hull zone with my side.
Okay.
Okay. 1 hit. So you can redirect. The all you can do is redirect it to an adjacent hull zone.
Okay.
Yep. So you flip that over.
Yep.
Wait a minute. What the hell are you doing?
And now
I
you
can
can
do
redirect
that.
it to this hull
I
zone
can
or
move
that
this
hull
one
zone.
on.
I would probably
I thought
do
you
this
just
one.
rotated the
Oh no!
Wait a minute,
I
down for
just
me?
started.
Yep.
Did that.
All right, and now I'm gonna fire my anti-squadron at these guys.
Is this within your fighter?
He's got an anti-squadron of 1 blue. So we're gonna start here. Fire at this guy. That's a hit. So we go ahead and mark that 1 down to 2. So the best way is to grab the base and then move the card. It's kind of a tough. Yeah.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna fire at this guy, which is also a hit.
Now we do this guy.
Alright.
What is the focused fire one do again?
Concentrate fire?
Yeah.
So, did you already, who's that for, this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if he could fire, which he can at long range, once you roll your regular 2, you can add a dice of a color that's already in there.
It'd be red.
Or
Well,
blue. Or,
I'm
yeah,
not
it'd be
gonna
red,
range
yeah.
it,
And this it would only be red because you'd only be rolling this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do that. It looks like
So
I'm
now
gonna get
he's gonna
one
go-
red from the side.
Going free.
Okay.
You're printing.
Recipe for the character.
Oh, nice.
Hit.
Really needs more things.
No.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I didn't tell you where I was attacking.
Okay, so if you don't announce it beforehand, he gets to choose which hole zone.
That's a fucking bummer.
I mean, we're learning, so you go ahead and still.
Yeah. Okay.
still fit.
I'm gonna attack the back side.
Maybe close to your buddy.
I think
Yes,
you can
that
probably
would be-
read.
That would be a
Can
concern.
you wait a second?
Yes.
So he spent one read. Oh, you didn't spend a redirect earlier.
No, I took over.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, if he spends one redirect when this ship attacks, can he spend more of those
Yes.
when the other one
You
attacks?
just can't spend the same type of token in the same attack.
Okay.
So it's a new attack. He can
So
spend.
everything's refreshed at that point.
It's not refreshed. So he's got 2 redirects.
Yeah.
In any one attack, you can only use one of those.
Okay.
But that doesn't reset until the end of this turn. So if he has to use that burnt one again, then it goes away for good. But he can use the non-burnt one. if he wants to.
Oh, gotcha. But you didn't have one to. Okay. Cool.
But I can't flip these back because it's a new ship attack.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Those don't flip until the
Okay.
very end of
Okay.
the turn. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna redirect and put it on this side.
I'm gonna go down to 2. And then watch that in.
Okay. So oh, whoops. And I screwed up.
Wait, you don't.
I should use that, but
I think we do that at the very end.
So okay, so this you can put back
yeah,
on your card.
well,
You use that.
I'm gonna
decide
move
what I want, right?
Yeah, well,
Going
we're not there yet. Just put it face up on your card because this
Oh,
is
okay.
activated. Because we still got to do our squadron phase now. Okay, so all the ships have moved, and now it's time for squadrons. And I have initiative, so my squadrons go first. So we're gonna start this guy, and he's gonna roll his 1 red at the back of your Star Destroyer.
So now we're getting slow it down.
Yeah.
Could've got that.
Oh,
Now
yeah,
you
that's a good
can,
point.
because they're all used. If you decide to use them
Okay, so
again,
you move-
they go away for the entire
Now
game.
it's squadron.
You can't
Yeah,
brace
now it's
1
working, right.
because that doesn't do you any good. So you can choose
Yes.
to redirect or you can
So-
just take the damage.
What I'm gonna do
Probably
is
use a redirect, huh? 'Cause we have
This is
3
going to be
more.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the red
We're gonna
dice
have
are
a lot
really
of fighter
finicky,
battles
but
here.
you're going to take 4 red dice essentially here
Yep.
this turn.
So probably just
we
get rid of
attack
the
this
7.
one.
Against each other?
redirect. Yeah, one of that
Yes.
guy. Yep.
So I
yeah,
can
just
only
set
do
them
2
aside.
at a time.
That's good.
Yes.
So now which side do
But
you
I've
want?
got squadron, so I get to reroll a die. No, I
What-
think
oh,
we're
because
front
they're
two.
close together.
You can't go to the front. It's got to
Okay.
go to the
So-
adjacent pole. So you've got 2 and 6.
Is that the squadron? So I
Yeah,
get to
so
roll
you get
All
3
right.
blue, yeah.
3
Actually, you probably,
I
if
mean,
you
if
do
that's
this right,
the
actually,
case,
you might
yeah.
only take 2 dice. Because you can move your squadrons after this. Oh,
Yeah.
What?
I think
Did I do
this one maybe
So I'm gonna
change.
activate.
You just
Yeah,
changed
you
it
had
back.
much more
You changed it to orange on this first one.
Jared's trying to get me to win.
Did I activate? Oh, I already activated all these guys. That's why. Hold on. I activated 3 of them, remember?
Oh, that's right.
So, okay, let's undo that. Take your defense token back. We gotta roll this back. We screwed- I
3
screwed up.
damage or do the
Fine.
critical go?
Because
don't
you have
count in some
the.
portion of it.
So
I
we're
just don't
on
remember
blue.
Yeah, so we're going,
it this?
only the ones that are orange can.
Can do anything. Okay,
Yeah.
so you have 2.
In
I
squadron
thought I
combat,
did 3. I think I forgot to do 1. Because I think he activated, his squadron, he did 3. So I really only have 1 guy right now that can shoot.
I can see how this gets confusing.
You gotta really be,
Like, and this is a small battle.
Yeah. Alright, so here we go. Well, that worked out in your favor.
It really did, yes.
And then now all my squadrons are done, and so you are. Wait a minute. Hi, this is John. Hey, John. Hello. Hello?
So something screwed up here. A quick question.
Yeah.
Squadron combat, do criticals not count at all?
Correct.
Okay, so that's one. So
Unless
that's
you're a
one.
bomber and you're attacking a ship.
Okay.
And so I can't. There's no way to mitigate anything with fighter, so I just take 1 damage on that.
And I'm in a squadron,
Yeah.
so I can
Oh,
reroll on
oh,
there.
good point. Okay.
So I'm gonna reroll one of these.
Accuracy doesn't do anything for squadrons.
We are going. What?
Accuracy nothing.
No, because there's no defense
Nothing to-
tokens.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, they do. They're due if you're attacking something with a defense token.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So that's 1 damage.
So I
Yep.
did 1 damage with this guy. So you're down 4.
I'm super confused. Okay, so this one was red. This one was
Thank
red,
you.
right? Before we
Okay.
started.
Roughly
These two
here,
are
right?
blue.
So I'm gonna attack with
Thought
this.
that.
We need to be going red. I think I went backwards. We'll leave it the same, but I think all my squadrons are
Yes.
activated now.
That's fucking horrible.
That's 3.
So now all of your squadrons
roll
need to
one of
go
those?
because I don't have any more squadrons.
No.
I have activated.
Oh, okay.
I got all
one.
confused.
Yeah.
I activated 3 of them. I think I was on the wrong color.
I've moved
Okay.
2, now you move
So-
2, or you do.
Since these guys
Yes.
are, I
Two
probably
because
want to
I can't
engage,
move
huh?
and attack.
So you want to make sure. I mean, they can't. None of these are going to fire this turn, but if you get them engaged, and they can't fire.
It's like, why is he so
We
far
got
away?
one just flat out.
So,
And you're not within range to shoot that.
That's a problem. Could really use some backup over here. I'm gonna do these two because they're the only two right thing.
so in this
all of these
scenario,
guys
we
are
probably want to move these guys just right along here and just
I would get them all
around
all in there, so
Yeah.
that next turn you can
So
start
I
concentrating
am
fire.
going
I
to
really don't need to
concentrate
venture around
on
because I
this
know
one.
that's within 4.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
four
So you can
blue
just place
for
them
my
however you want.
next
Just make sure you
Yeah, I got 4. Alright,
doing
so
over
this
here?
one's attacking that.
Okay. That's a good roll.
3 hits.
Yep, he did. You just one shot that guy.
Yeah. Get it. Oh, I should have attacked with that guy.
Did you activate? Did you do your activation?
I
on the guy?
activated
Okay.
both of these two, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But now, since I said,
So who did you just attack with?
well, I said I attacked that to that, but I should have done this because, well, I can attack this.
Did you move them both?
Yes,
The
I activated
activations?
both.
Oh, okay. Try to do only one at a time.
That makes
Otherwise,
sense.
you'll get
Yeah.
really confused at some
Well,
point.
I'm going to attack the Star Destroyer now. Yes.
These aren't.
Oh wait.
This is this is quite the battle.
This
over
is
here.
going to be great.
Okay.
This is how it should look.
I
Yes.
don't think I can
All right.
reach those.
So
guys.
No, I don't
now
think
we're
I
all
can attack
done.
because
So
these
we'll wait
have
for
no
these guys
moves.
to.
They don't have the.
So
power
now
on here, I
you
don't think.
this is where you flip
Oh, then I
your,
can attack them
your
if they do.
exhausted tokens back to
Okay.
active. Is that right? And
No.
then go ahead and set your dial.
No, you're on the right side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
they
so
are
what's
okay.
the
They are
3
different.
arrows?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
I
you
guess
can
I'll
Squad,
attack
so if you do
this
3
one.
arrows, then he can activate the squadrons up to the number on his card, the squadron number on his card.
That's probably
Yeah, you're doing that.
Yes!
If you had one that's coming up,
Thank
this turn,
goodness.
that would be really good because you can start shooting at my
Whew.
Okay,
experts.
so this
That one's gone too. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Some lucky rolling.
Yeah, shoot it.
you can do that.
Depends how excited we are.
Alright.
It's just pew pew starships, man.
Pew starships. Pew starships.
It is God. I'm
Okay,
gonna
you're
have
up
to
with
give
your
that guy
fighters.
credit for that because that made me laugh when he said that.
So,
I can't believe I forgot to do this.
alright.
Stupid.
I don't think so. So Dan and I were playing and we're streaming online, and there was just some strangers jump on and watching, and I'm like super critical, and I forget to do something, or I screw up. I'm like, God, that was so
Who's
dumb.
got
And I lost this
damage?
game, and I was kind of like
This one
being
is
really
down
low on
to
myself.
2.
I'm like, man, I screwed this
yeah.
up, and I screwed that up.
Yeah, he's not in good
And in
shape.
the chat
Two
window,
or
this
one
guy
hole?
said,
Two
"Hey
hole.
man,
And there he
it's
starts
pew
at
pew
4 and he's
starships,
got 2
everybody
damage, so he's
wins."
got 2. But
So I read that
you
out loud,
can't
and Dan
attack
and I
him.
just started laughing.
Yeah.
They have to move.
Pew pew starships, everybody.
How much do the TIE fighters get attacking a capital ship? Just out of curiosity. One red,
One blue.
one blue. Okay.
Okay,
So let's
they're still
move.
there. You're about as much as you can take. He wants to go do something more, sit in a more comfortable chair.
And he's gonna swoop in.
How come you didn't make the TIE fighter noise?
I did. I said, and he's gonna swoop in.
I'm gonna activate this dude. Finally.
Bring him into
I
the
Yeah.
can hear you. What's
We've
going
been
on?
trying to reach them over radio.
Yeah. I'm getting ready for this. You excited?
He's gonna move as close as he can right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Him and Drew and the other Nick are here. So
Oh yeah.
we're
Okay.
just hanging out at my house right now.
Oh, that's a
Nerding
bummer.
out on stuff. Because we're going non-nerd tonight, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm ready.
Okay.
Alright.
We're all turned out, aren't we?
Think so.
Okay.
What's the
And then choose your dial and throw underneath.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if we really have too much of a game plan. We'll probably head down around 5:30 or so, and just because there's gonna be food there, and yeah, it's pretty much got everything we need. So we're not gonna plan on really doing too much beforehand. So yeah.
You gonna do what? Oh.
Yeah, definitely. I know that. It kind of depends on where we wrap up here.
All right,
We were at Last
you're
Cabin
up.
All Night last night, so we might.
You have initiative.
Yeah,
Yes.
we might skip that maybe and just we could maybe just get a drink at the floor. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, what about just
I
like a
don't like
drink at
what's
the
happening
4
here.
at
I don't like what's
5:30?
happening here at all. Oh my double.
All right.
Not really.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Does that count?
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yep. Yeah. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Cool.
I did not even think about that when I was moving. You can definitely hit me with your side guns.
Okay, sounds good. Oh wait. All right, later.
Oh yeah, what do you have over there?
I have engineering.
Okay. Did you guys start the next turn already?
We're doing it now. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna flip this over and make sure we're okay. All right.
Does
Oh yeah.
What's the question here?
I want your opinion on the front. There you go.
Okay. What are you watching over there?
Deadpool 2 teaser trailer?
Oh, I need to see that. Okay, so yeah, you have him.
It's real close.
The rule is it's got to touch the card, and it's touching the card in my opinion. So
Hey, whose family are you?
And it's in the rear.
Yep.
Right in the rear.
No, but the other thing you have to it's got to pass 3 tests. One is range, one is it in your arc, and the third one is line of sight. So the yellow dots have to match without crossing a hull zone, and they do. So you actually can't shoot at his.
Oh.
So you actually can't attack him with your front hull zone at all.
Interesting.
Yeah, because your front hull zone only has his rear hull zone in its arc, but it doesn't have line of sight, so it cannot do that attack.
Well, I planned that.
Yeah. But you can shoot you can go side to side.
Yeah, you could probably still kill him, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Do I do this first?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So
now, and you've got a command and a token, so you can use both at the same time, which will get you 6 engineering points, which is nice. Yep.
So what can I do with 6?
You don't have any damage, so you don't have to worry about that. With 6, you can regenerate 3 shields.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So you could do, 2 here and 1 here, or 1, 1, and 1. Yeah, however you want to do it.
I think I'm doing 1, 1, and 1.
Actually, yeah.
Well,
Yep, no,
but if I don't kill him, I've only got 1 over here, so I might want to do 2.
Yeah.
And
you could do all 3 there if you wanted to, or do.
But I couldn't go up. I can't go past my max.
No. You can only go up.
So I'm gonna do 2 there.
Okay. And now you got 1 more that you can do.
Let's do this. Okay, cool. So that's gone.
Yep.
I did that. So now I can attack 2 red and 1 blue.
Okay. Drew, you ready?
I'm gonna attack your
Side.
side.
Yes.
Alright, I will activate this Nebulon B because he's just about dead.
Oh yeah,
hell out
that's
of there.
true.
But you've only got 1
Smart.
shield.
Yeah,
So
I'm having
he's going to
problems over
shoot his side armament at your side.
there. So 1 hit
Unless I can
and
get
1
the rear.
accuracy.
Yes. What does the accuracy do?
You can cancel out one of these? Is that what I think that's what an accuracy
So,
is.
like, you have to be in the
I also
middle,
don't know what
or-
these
So it's the
do. I think I
yellow
can
dot to
evade.
yellow
Well,
dot.
maybe it's
Oh,
just
yellow
red I
dot
can
to yellow
evade.
dot.
Yep,
Oh,
and then
okay.
as long as the line does
Sorry.
cross your hull zone, which
Let's see.
it touches, so I think that's not going to be a
So-
possibility. So we'll just shoot at your side.
You might have to wait on.
Yeah.
That's a 2 damage.
Okay.
You can
Because
have
I
it
would cancel
and
out
redirect
the
it, or
redirect
you can take
probably.
it all. You can have it and then just take it there.
then-
However you want to do that. Your brace will have the damage to 1.
This one.
Yep. And then you can either take that 1 damage on the
You
side, or you can redirect it
I
elsewhere.
don't have any, like,
You
three,
can
do I?
evade
Nope,
either
your
one.
2's everywhere.
I didn't know if you
take
can
it
do
on that
just
side
red or
then.
blue. If I
Okay.
can do blue also.
And then
If I can evade blue, I don't know.
I think you are because you're in medium range.
Okay. Yeah.
Nope, I don't. So that's it for him. He's going 3. I'll probably keep him actually. So I'm gonna go. Dang it. That looks good to you, Drew.
As far as
This is it kind of setting where those teeth would be.
This
This
like
would
right
go in the
below it,
middle,
huh?
yeah.
Yep, right there.
Okay, yes. What's up?
I rolled that.
Okay,
I'm attacking here.
okay. And you're at, what's the range that you're at? The medium. You're at medium range. Okay. So you
So
can
his accuracy can get rid of one of these, right?
one of these, yep. So since he has 2 evades, accuracy and evades pointless. So it's best to activate or to accuracy his redirect. Yep. And then you can use your evade to make him reroll that hit.
It rerolls. Okay.
At medium range, it rerolls.
And red, you can just ignore, just cancel it out, basically.
And at long range, it's cancel the dice.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, re-roll the blue. If you would.
So then you gotta make sure you flip that over so you know that you used it. Yep.
0.
Ooh.
Damn it.
All right, so you gotta take that.
So
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you're up, man.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm gonna
So
move.
I am
you gotta move.
activating
Only
Okay.
one.
my
Yep.
big boss. I have movement,
Okay.
so I'm
Pass
gonna.
and
See, I probably can't hit much anyway.
away.
Well, you've definitely got
It
2
might be
red out the
difficult to
back,
do.
so you've got both
Okay.
my ships in medium range.
And I want to go
here.
for this guy because
He's got 0 shields there. Yep. Should have flown in a different way, so I don't keep presenting you that side.
And what? So the
2 red. That's what you get out the back.
2 red out the back.
Yep.
Stop stealing our dice. Jeez.
Hey, whoa, hey, whoa.
2 red.
2 red. Yeah. So if you can tell that on the card, and
Yep.
it's also on your
I can
quick
that
ship
way.
card there.
Get my ass under that guy.
Okay.
He's got more fire.
Now we're at medium, so I'm
bigger
gonna
one
have you
does, I think.
Ooh, jeez. Because there are double hits on that dice. I'll have you re-roll the hit.
Okay.
This could be bad news.
Oh!
Blank. Alright.
Okay.
And yeah.
And then now I move.
Or you
I
can
wanna
fire
disperse
at
those,
some
'cause then we can-
X-Wings here.
Yeah.
On
you
the
could.
side arc.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good point.
You've got this one X-Wing.
I don't really wanna
Or
head
you
towards
can
the
fire
side
this
of
one
that.
or this one.
That's
Can I do? Oh, because the side counts as 1, huh?
Yeah.
Forward. I've slowed down.
Oh,
You've already
you're
fired at
probably-
your
you're-
back.
I'm gonna
Oh,
fire
you're
this
gonna
guy
make
because he's in my back zone.
Okay. And you
Let's
get
do-
1 blue.
and I can't
for
move
anti-sword.
on this
Nope.
side.
Nope.
Miss. So crits don't do anything against squadrons.
Son of a.
Okay, now you move.
Now move. And so with a movement, that means
You
what I can do.
You can
like
slow
that?
down and get an extra yaw, or
Oh,
you can
okay.
just get an extra yaw.
Probably.
Yar.
So I go there. That means.
Oh, he gets displaced.
So yeah, I typically pick it up, and then yeah, he was definitely overlapping that shield. So yep.
Where my next move? Cool.
Alright, so he's done. And you can place that wherever you want, touching that.
Yes.
Okay.
Just
That's
need
gonna
to
take
see
me.
I just need to
backside.
I would even
Make sure he's
try
not
and-
engaged with
or
the
I would even try and keep if you're gonna actually since you're already making that turn, you're probably your best bet.
Man, that's close. Is that
Should I slow down? And then just
Slowing down might be a good idea.
because that just puts that one right.
Yeah, you can
Just
actually
outside, right?
you can actually
Okay.
get an extra yaw with your
I wanna
command
make
route
sure
too,
I
so
can
you
still
can do
attack
something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
so then that way get my
That way you
back
can
away
start
from.
trying to
And then am I
You want to
still
slot
in
that
range?
in?
Oh, yeah, let's do
Beautiful.
Damn it. And I didn't use, I could have used my
Yeah,
other
right
zones
there,
to
right?
fire on your.
Oh, you
Like
absolutely
that.
could have.
Damn it. Alright.
And
you get
then-
something over here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I forgot to fire with my
Rear arc.
zones,
Yeah.
the other
That
zones.
won't be the last time you do that, I'll guarantee.
Is this fighter, can I attack it where it's placed right now? Can he attack the rear quadrant? Or whatever?
Yes. So as long as if you draw a
pointer
line
thing?
from the post to the yellow dot.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what
Beautiful.
you're, yep.
Okay.
Okay, so he moved, now it's
So,
Corvette's turn.
capital shift.
He's got a squadron
Oh,
command,
man, I
he can only
probably
activate
could-
one
You
squadron.
probably could have, yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna activate
Is that,
Corvette,
he's
I
gonna
have
activate this
engineering.
guy.
I'm gonna spend that.
He's gonna fire at
And I think if I do it now, I get 2 points.
this guy right here.
I don't have any tokens.
This guy, this
Yeah,
this
but
guy.
if I spend engineering, do I get 2 points if I
Yes,
spend
if
this?
the dial. Yep.
Yeah,
The full,
okay.
you get the full value if you spin the dial. Yep.
And that means I can
Regenerate a shield or move 2 shields. So you can move 2 shields or you can regenerate 1.
I'm gonna move. He did 1 from the
Yeah,
front.
jeez. That was a hell of a
Actually,
roll.
That was a hell of a roll.
Wait, 1 from the front.
Okay.
And then 1
That was
from
the
this
squadron.
side.
And
Over
you are at long range now.
And then I'm going to.
You're shooting at? Oh, I need to move this down to 1, right?
Yeah. Yep. Oh,
So that's in the medium
I'm
range
gonna
for
use
sure.
this
I think
to
I can get
move-
rear and front.
Oh,
Where's the?
okay, he's firing at your
Oh, never mind.
rear.
I can't
His
do
long
this.
range dice.
Bummer. Well,
So
the
2
rear
red
not
at
much
your
on the
backside.
Okay. So I'm gonna go. Wait. There's 3 shields here,
So I can-
You
I'm gonna
can still
attack
use your brace
the
to,
front
if you want to
your
have it
ship,
to
'cause there's
1,
only 2 shields.
or you can redirect the damage to this far side.
And I get
Like where you have 2 shields.
1 blue
over
and 1
here.
red from the
Would
front
that be
side.
2 to the far side?
Or
Alright.
1 and 1 if you wanted to do it.
2
that way.
criticals.
So if I do this, oh yeah, because
I
the
think
back
that's
is
good.
at
Back's at 1.
1.
Yep, and you have 2 here. And
I don't know what you can do.
1
You can
here.
have.
If I were you, I would just redirect all the damage to this far side.
Although I don't know if you can have criticals.
And so I do one of these.
Yep.
Right?
What do the criticals do?
So is that side down to 0?
Oh, maybe the
Yes.
critical only matters if it's a hull damage.
It is, yeah. Criticals
So
only.
those are just 2 hits, basically.
correct.
Okay.
It's
And-
ship to ship, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So he could have
I
that
can
He can
it
have that,
and redirect.
and then
and then
redirect
redirect
1.
it.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to fire anti-squadron dice.
Where'd you fire?
at
In the front?
Yeah, at the
these
front,
3
yeah.
Out my
Yeah,
side.
I'm
Okay.
move it
And that's 1 blue.
You wanna go this
to
far
this
side?
far side. So we'll start with this guy.
Okay.
That's a miss. Do this guy. That's a hit.
That guy goes down to
So
1.
this guy goes down to 1.
Okay.
And this
Now I
guy
need to
here
move.
is a miss.
I'm still going 2.
Okay, now he moves. He's going 2.
I get 2 articulations with this second.
When do you get to use the black die? Is it only on?
None of these ships that we're
Or
currently
should we
playing with
have
have
it?
a black dice armament.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. That's good. Yeah,
Not double
just like that.
That's
Okay.
good. Yep. Okay, now oh,
Okay.
you've already gone, right? No.
I got
No,
it.
that was the last ship. So now it's squadrons.
And then
And I
I
go
got this
first.
guy. So we'll activate. He also has an engineering point.
And he's gonna
Only total
fire
engineering.
on
What's that?
the
Only total
wounded
engineering.
duck
Oh,
over there.
3. Does that give me
Actually,
all of them if I
He's gonna
spend it?
fire
Oh,
this
okay.
healthy
Cool.
guy over here.
So I can do
One
Regenerate
hit.
shield.
Gosh, they get
I don't
so
actually
many
can't
different
regenerate
types.
anything
It's
since I
crazy.
have full shields. I think.
And then I'm gonna activate this guy.
What else can I do?
He's gonna fire at the wounded duck here. Bye, buddy.
Choose. So I'm gonna take a token.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you're up, man.
And are we in long range? I think we are, right?
So here's what you're gonna want to do with these
Yeah, we're
TIE
in
fighters.
long
You're gonna want to focus your
So I'm
fire
gonna
on
attack
one
on the
squadron,
rear of your
and
ship
you'll
with
get to
from-
reroll one dice every
I think
time.
I can only go side.
Okay.
Yeah. that's
So I'm
fine.
gonna activate this guy,
Okay.
From the side, I get just one red. Looks
and
like.
they're probably
side.
all in range.
I would pick. Well, I don't think
I think
these
the
guys
blues
are
only
range, so I
medium
would make
range,
sure
right?
to either do one of these guys.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
you're
can
right.
choose
Long
one.
range,
Okay.
yeah.
So now you do 3 blue,
Huh?
and he's because his special ability swarm, he can reroll.
Really,
one.
he's standing there.
So I'd reroll the
Oh, I got
accuracy there.
And then we
Okay, so that's
Should
2
we go on the
damage.
squadron? It's just gonna be sad for my one fighter that's almost dead.
Okay.
I need a win
guy.
here.
Yep.
I like how I thought I was going to obliterate that guy, but it actually
And
took
3 again.
Yeah.
It's not easy to blow ships up unless you get them double hulled or can bring more than one ship firepower.
So just one, right?
Yep, and I'd reroll one of these with your swarm ability.
We're outside of fighter one.
2. Alright, he is not looking pretty.
I'm gonna take my
Okay,
hand
so
off
now,
this just
now
to
it's
measure.
my turn to target this guy. And he's
Yeah,
gonna
we're
fire
outside.
on your one that hasn't
Cool.
activated and try and save his buddy.
All right, fighters
I
ho.
didn't do it. One
One.
hit. Shoot. We need to kill him. Dang.
It was close.
It was close. So now go ahead and activate him.
So,
I'm gonna fire on
I'm going to
this guy.
Yep.
Oh.
activate him.
Okay.
I wanted to roll 3.
We know they did.
That's right.
Goodbye.
He
can only
you
attack
can
this
reroll. I
one.
forget. You get to
Oh,
reroll
this is
one
the guy
dice.
that's almost dead.
You need a hit. I do. There it is.
Misses.
Got him.
Finally, I
Yep.
took down a ship. Those guys are
They're
sturdy.
They're sturdy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
What'd you do?
Squadron,
You get to
so I get to
reroll.
reroll.
Damn it.
Yep. Swarm.
Accuracy
The
is
swarms.
good.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
That's how Drew just killed one of my X-wings.
Come on, buddy.
Oh!
Yeah. All right, let's do it again. All right. Damn it.
Hey, man, be cool.
Be cool.
Right, so
I don't know where that guy was.
That's so far away. He was within range.
here.
I don't know. Somewhere. I
Just
don't know.
agree. Once you just
Yeah.
both have to agree
Good
on
enough,
it
whatever.
somewhere. Yep.
All right.
All right.
So
now we
need to
flip-
change this, right?
Now we, yeah, we do. Once, but since they're going off of that too, I don't want to change it
Oh,
until
okay.
they're done. That way we don't get everybody messed up. But go ahead and flip your
Yes.
defense
Damn it.
tokens and set your dials.
Yeah.
Get that ass out of here.
You guys did so good.
Tiny assholes. Now you get to do 2.
Anything to drink or anything?
I'm gonna go. I think these two are engaged to be married. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go this guy. I'm gonna go to attack that guy. The closest one. I think that's the only one you can reach.
I want to see all of your other
Well,
ships.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll get them out.
We'll,
We can.
is there another red or blue red?
Did you guys finish up on it? This turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we started.
3 hits.
You did?
I think that guy's dead.
Wait. Oh, you might be ahead.
No,
I think-
yeah.
That we're just
Yeah.
about finishing
Yeah.
our stuff.
Yeah, I just didn't
I
want to
got
flip
3
the,
hits
flip the initiative token.
So I think that guy's dead. I've gotten really lucky on fighter rolls. Alright, and then I'm gonna activate this dude to attack the backside of you, Star Destroyer. That's 1 red. Hit.
Redirect. To the
And then your fighter's next.
Did you do 2? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see this one. This guy. You have to know this guy.
Yeah. Are they close enough? In here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, roll 3. Two hits. Yeah, that gets a reroll.
Yeah, as long as he's within one of another.
Oh yeah.
Then yeah.
Oh, this guy has to be within one, not
So
this guy.
your target has to be engaged with another squadron, which I think he is here from this guy. So you should be good to go. Yep.
Okay. Nice. Okay. 2.
Customers complaining Peeps Oreos turning poop pink.
That sounds.
Looks like you have one squadron left, Nick.
Oh yeah, I do. This dude, he's going to attack. Yeah. Finally joined the fight. He's going to attack the backside shields of your Star Destroyer. Oh, can he not?
No, he can, but just barely.
Okay.
Yep.
Yay!
God, I've missed so many reds.
My roommate ate a whole pack of Oreo Peeps and left the pink stain in the toilet.
Okay. All right, so that does it for turn 4. Everybody needs to refresh their defense tokens and set their command dials. All right, Drew, we're set here, man.
We are.
So I'm gonna go ahead and activate the Corvette.
Okay.
He took a concentrate fire.
Planning turns it is shooting in the back, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. So
I was
he's got
like, oh, what
one
am I
red
gonna do next
and
turn?
one
It's not
blue.
It's
Inside
gonna be
your-
bad. I don't remember what I'm going to get.
Well,
That'll.
Just writing down my strategy.
Yeah.
all accuracy, your
Okay,
brace, and
you're up, man.
one of your redirects.
Star
You have 1
Destroyer.
damage that you can still redirect. Well, you got 0 here, so you can redirect it here, or you can just take it there.
But that's with 0 in the back.
It's 1 on the back. You have 1 left.
Well, we'll do the.
I think we're in all range.
Do the back?
Yeah. So which ones do I turn
So
over here?
None.
No.
You ended up not using them.
But no, that's
Now I'm
fine.
gonna attack your squadrons
Yep.
with my side haul, all 3. I'll start with the
Yeah.
closest.
Engineering.
This.
Okay.
Do the next one.
4 engineering points.
This. Go on,
Okay.
there's one.
So I'm going
This.
to
Wow.
regenerate.
So you could do 2
Terrible.
or you
Yes. All right, so he's gonna go ahead and move. He's still going. He's going 2. This is not good.
And since I'm on 1, I just move 1 again, right?
Okay.
Or do I have to go back up to 2?
No, you're just you just go 1. Yep.
I'm
go
going
with this
to.
for a second.
I'm going to let you go. I can put 2 hits. And even if I get 2 hits, I'm still not going to finish a shield.
I can evade.
2 for movement?
Yeah, so I'm going to let you go and do some work on your reconfirming.
Oh, that's not
seems-
good.
I
So
I'm
I think
going to
he's
use
double
my
hauled.
side.
You may pop him in one turn here.
Okay. What do you get against fighters?
I can't. He's going
Oh, wait,
speed 2.
I
Every
totally
other
you
zone
don't
maneuver
get to
was
do
a
a ton of
was a
dice.
police
Yeah,
fight.
you're right.
I would have rammed into him.
And then he was just
Did
1
you
bolt.
start it in a different direction?
Oh,
or not?
wow. That's
No,
okay.
you're so this tells every ship has a different maneuvering profile, and the only thing I could do is 1 tick. I'm sorry, 1 tick and 2 tick.
roll, but
So no matter which way I did it,
couldn't I
left
do
or
that
right,
with
was a
that back one?
the only
I
way
can still
that wasn't a
fire on
collision was
every
this, and that put
I
me.
think you.
squadron
in
area
a bad
that area.
spot.
I got to re-roll it.
I mean,
I
I could
think you
have
could,
chosen
yes.
to collide
We
with
might
him,
have to double
but that
check
deals
but I think
damage
you're
to
right,
both
yes.
ships, and he's got way more health than I do because he's got a much bigger ship.
And you had to
Because I
go.
could
You had to
poke
go
it.
that direction because that's the direction you're pointed.
Yep. Yeah, I can't
So I
go
could do
backwards
this
or
side,
anything
one
like that
down
either.
there.
You gotta go.
back,
You gotta go
both.
forwards.
I don't think you can hit.
I can't tell.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you can. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not.
I think,
Boy, is
yeah.
that close.
That is close.
Stayed out of your
Okay.
front arc.
Wow.
I think you could have killed him in one shot had I double worked myself.
Yeah.
There. That would have been bad.
I can't use my squadron
Okay.
armament and the guns on this side
Yeah, correct. You can only attack once from
Oh,
a
per
hull
side.
zone.
from a whole.
From a hull zone. So like if you
one.
shoot at a ship here, then you can't shoot at the squadrons from this hull zone. You'd have to shoot at the squadron from a different hull zone.
And I can fire on every squadron that's
In that, correct.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, you're up, man.
All right. I'm gonna
Good question.
activate my Star Destroyer. What is that one? Is that just the extra die?
That's a
Yeah,
concentrate
that
fire,
far
yeah.
out.
So you can add an extra die to your attack.
Mitigate damage.
So-
You can,
And again, I would put it
You
on
can
the play
evade.
surface.
Yep, I
because
can only use
I've
one of
forgotten
these,
to
though,
use
so I could have
those
made one.
so many. In
and then I
fact,
could maybe
I
reroll
forgot to
some
use the
others.
one that I just had.
Oh, what was it?
It was a concentrate
No.
fire. That's so like again, I
Yeah.
put it over here and then I start doing stuff
Yeah.
and you forget you have it.
I don't
So I
think you
could have
can
added a
use-
dice at
I
that
think you can
attack.
only use one of these. in a
Oh,
given
okay.
turn. So obviously I'm gonna
Yeah.
attack this side, right?
Side zone, yep.
Side zone.
Yeah, I think you can actually attack my rear if you wanted to.
So how do I do it? From
So
yellow?
you do yellow dot to yellow dot, so side to back. And as long as it doesn't cross my hull zone, you're good. So that's a valid shot right there. Yep.
And which side is the side
So
has?
2 red and 1 blue, and I have 1 shield on my rear there. So
What about on the other side? Is that?
2, yeah.
Okay,
So
so
you're better off shooting there.
So 2 red and a blue,
Yeah,
and
and you have a concentrate fire. So
then which dice do I add?
well, you roll first, and then you can add whichever color you. So it's always best to look at your results and then decide if you're gonna concentrate fire,
Shit.
because then you get to pick which
then you
dice
go
you're
down
gonna.
to 4.
Okay, so that's 2 and an accuracy, and I can't use
And
my
then I want to
evade.
do an
So
extra.
I would honestly. So here's the. I can't use my evades because we're at close range. And
Okay.
You've already
Let's go
accuracyed
first.
my
Okay.
redirect.
Yep.
So you're better off rolling the dice that can get you more damage, and those are the red.
Okay.
But they're more finicky.
Yeah.
There is a double hit, but there's 2 blanks.
Yep.
Whereas this
Okay.
has 2 accuracies
Yeah.
and everything else is a hit.
Right.
So this
That
does
guy
get you
can
a higher chance for a hit, but
Yeah.
it can also get you nothing.
Just
Yeah.
the size. We'll do. Nice. Okay.
Shit. So
Well,
I gotta take
2
2
is
damage
not
here, so
Yep.
I'm gonna take 1
Shot.
and a crit. So
Yep.
1 got through and it's a critical damage.
One.
Thruster Fisher. When you change your speed by 1 or more, suffer 1 damage. That's not good.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
So there you go, man. Good job.
All right. All right, and then what? You're up to? Oh no, I can.
Now you gotta move. Oh, now you can shoot.
I
Yeah,
can shoot it.
and pretty much. I think you can shoot.
I hit you with the
Side.
side, right?
Yep.
So I can go
Tough
back.
how hard it is to like maneuver
no.
these
The
capital
easiest
ships.
way to do it is to get kind of here so you can get
So
under
you
that
can-
model.
I'm not gonna be
Yeah,
able to
so
get
that
out
you
of
can
the
so you can shoot at these
No,
two
you're
out the back.
We might run out of
Yeah,
time
they're
before that happens.
Five.
Yeah.
So
So
probably.
you roll 1 blue at each one.
Yeah. Oh, 1 bullet each one. Cool.
Yep.
I can't move that side.
Yeah, you get to
So-
fire at every squadron in that whole zone.
Okay.
Yep.
So this guy first. I'm gonna do that one.
That's a miss.
Well,
And this guy.
Okay.
yeah.
That's a miss. Yep.
Wow.
These anti-squadrons are rough.
Yeah.
Okay, now he moves 1, right? Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
1 and a king.
Shit.
You go 1 more.
So
So he's moved, and I am.
I go on this side, right?
Yeah, here, I'll help. Okay. Whoa! Right there. Oh wait, but you don't have a movement die. So you. Oh, you did. No, you took concentrate.
I'm out.
So you only get. Oh, you're
Oh,
going 1.
that one.
Never
Yeah,
mind. Never mind.
Okay.
Yep.
I do think I can. Yeah.
Nope.
We're
Forward
gonna
1.
attack
Oh
from-
yeah, that guy.
I'm gonna activate the
Yeah,
Corvette.
that guy.
I did a fire thing here.
Oh, focus fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that mean again?
I get to re-roll a dice, I think.
With no, you add a dice. If you're
Oh.
using the dial, if you use a token, then
Yeah.
it's re-roll a dice. If you're using the dial, then you get to add a dice.
Okay. And this is probably just long range. I'm
Okay.
thinking.
So now my Nebulan B.
So I just get
Took a
1,
squadron
but I get to
command.
add a dice on 2.
Don't you get a
And he can only
blue
get
or red?
these
Just
2
red for
guys.
long range.
So we'll
Oh, yeah.
start here. And
Yeah, I guess it's.
so he's gonna attack
Well, 1.
Okay.
this
I'm
guy
gonna
here.
Okay.
He did.
Sucks.
There you go. And then he's gonna activate and attack
side's
this
got
wounded
three
guy over here.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
Not gonna roll. 1 damage.
1 damage.
Yep.
Down to 1.
Down to 1.
Range, so I'm gonna get this one.
Very strategic.
And I don't think I've got you. Nope, no range, so I'll fire my anti-squadron
So
at these
that-
guys.
Okay.
Just
I'm
2
gonna
blue.
move. We'll go to 2.
We'll start with this guy. 2 hits. That was a bad. That's a good
On this
roll.
guy right here.
Yep.
He's on a 1.
Yep.
Have a good roll.
Oh, son of a gun.
Yeah,
I can't shoot at him. Dang it.
Okay.
So now I just have those 2 guys active.
Now I
Oh, I have to
guy.
move my guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then I get then it's my
Yeah,
squad.
you know,
So I have to
and it's a
shoot.
complicated mess.
There's 3.
We should play a 2v2.
We should.
I haven't even done that. That will be. It's not. No, I mean it would be fun. I'd have to read through the things. There's like a special.
I have the fire ability, which
Oh, for that guy.
yeah. What do I get against?
All right, so now it's squadron
So
phase.
to attack fighters, you need to be in close range, right?
And I will fire at this guy here.
Think so?
Did you change the color on that one? Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the last guy.
That was the
Oh,
last
which
guy,
I
yep.
am.
And I got the 1 hit that I
I
needed.
could add a dice and
Well,
attack a fighter.
I think you can
My
attack
poor TIE fighters.
Yeah, the TIE
What's
fighters
it?
are not.
I think you can run
They're not durable.
Yep.
Okay,
The other
now
one,
your,
yeah,
your
might
ties
be
can
too.
go.
By 1.
And unfortunately, he can no longer
Like I hit
swarm.
both.
Yeah. So he gets what was it?
3 blue.
3 blue.
Yep.
Oh,
And
And
I'm gonna attack.
they're all 5 health.
yeah, okay. So I'm going to attack this one.
Okay.
And
Was he at 1? Or is he
Two?
full? He's got to be full because you've been.
You said that
Just
mowing
the
through- yeah, he does.
matter,
He's
right?
Yeah, critical metal.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
all right, and I am going to spend. Well, screw it. I'm going to spend this.
That's funny how it
Shooting
comes together
ability
and
thing.
spreads apart.
Like
Like,
I get 2 blues normally. but
Half
I'm
of the
gonna
game
add a
is like
blue
the ships
because
go
of
at each
that.
other and then they pass.
Yeah.
And then
Because of
it's
this
trying to figure out
focus
if you
fire
can
thing.
get your ship back
But
in the fight or not.
Mm.
And
Did
so
we
then
decide that you can't
it's got
use
some
the main
interesting
guns?
tactics involved in it. And once you start getting the
well, my
upgrade
against
Oh,
fighters is 2
oh,
blue.
you're- oh,
the complexity just
And I
builds
assume,
builds.
yeah, I bet.
does the fighter squadron attacking, can you do that out of any quadrant?
Yeah.
So it's just always 2?
It's just as long as you haven't fired at that hull zone already,
Oh,
then yeah.
okay.
And they have to be in close range.
It's whatever color dice they are. So if he's got blue, then it needs to be within blue range.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I could attack any of them.
Yes. Yeah. So are you from this guy here?
So
Yeah.
he could fire
Yep.
the squadron one.
He could do the squadron. He can fire on
Yeah.
all 3 of those guys. I think so. You can just you just roll.
Oh, shit.
Yep,
Okay,
you just
yeah,
start-
so
you
I'll
just- you
attack
say-
all of them.
You just tell which one you're going to start with, and then
Okay.
just go down the road.
I'll start here and go that way.
Yes.
Jesus Christ,
1
man.
shot.
I'm getting
Holy
lucky as
cow.
shit with the blue dice. Alright, this dude.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh, man. Golly.
Sucks.
Oh, one, just
dude.
one.
Jeez, if you would have wiped them out in one. Yeah, those ties are not durable at all.
Oh, I gotta move this dude.
They're only effective in big swarms, and you have to be killing off stuff quick because they
Yeah.
don't
I don't
last
think
long.
you got to get in and then get the hell
Yeah.
out.
And I can run into my own ships, right?
And the key with
Just to,
if you want to take damage, yeah.
TIE fighters remind me of
You
the
should-
zeros.
you should
know,
take another
Japanese
one.
Yeah.
Zeros.
Yeah.
Like,
What is this guy?
pretty much made out of paper mache.
Yeah.
They're fast,
Spitting,
maneuverable, and that's
yeah.
it.
You should definitely move it out.
No.
But yeah, the best way to use
Oh, wait,
TIE
I can
fighters
only
is to
move
keep them in a
this much
group
anyways.
and to use squadron activations from your ships because then they
Yeah.
get to go and attack first.
Yeah.
And hopefully blow and that so you get all like 4 of your ships attacking one X-wing. You can hopefully blow that X-wing up before it can even shoot.
Yeah.
And then you're
So
You're real close.
if I move this guy, they'll pass each other.
it's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it's only if when you stop you can't be overlapping.
I wonder if I move this, he'd be far enough away
Yeah.
not to hit.
How
me,
fast is he going?
2.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You just can't when you end
We're
your
like
move,
just
when you
blue angels over here.
when you end your
All this space.
Yeah.
You gotta fly next to
when you end your movement, you can't be overlapping
Okay.
another ship. But if you go leapfrog one or anything, they pretty much counts as like you're
Okay.
flying under it or over it.
I'm gonna do that. Fighters.
Yep, we're in the 12.
Nick, looks like you only have 1. What happened?
That's such a dick thing to say. We can go ahead and do our command dials here, man, if you want.
Oh yeah.
I can't. Oh, I guess I can fire on this one.
Are they within close range?
Actually, it's our last turn, so you don't need. You can just
Oh, yeah.
put that aside. So
No.
yeah, so we won't need
Okay.
Is he engaged with any of those guys? So he pretty much can only fire at the.
He can't fire at anyone, I think.
Oh no, he's not engaged. Yeah.
Fire
So all you can do is move, and you only got one turn left. So it may, in order to deny your opponent points, it may be best to get him the deuce out of there. Live to fight another day, as it were.
You're gonna go to this planet.
Go down to Endor.
Yeah.
See if the Ewoks will help heal you up a little bit.
Pansy. Alright, I think I can attack with this dude. Well, maybe. That's close. What do you guys? Yeah, I think that's good, right?
Yep, as long as it's touching the card.
So I'll do that.
What are the X-Wings worth for as far as points?
13. Yeah. That counts because he's a bomber.
Okay.
So that's a hit, and if it makes it through, it is a crit too. That's the bomber.
But he has one
Oh,
redirect,
yeah,
so he can it's just shields.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna redirect that to.
I would go far side since you're not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, make sure you. Is that this guy?
I was. Yeah. And then these guys, I'm just gonna do both since they're only the only fighters left. I'm gonna move this one here.
Remember, he's gonna move.
It's within 3. Yeah. He's only moving 1 though. So. Yeah. I'm just gonna get as close as I can.
I'm just saying he ain't gonna be here by the time he goes.
Yeah, he's only going 1,
Yeah.
so it's not moving too far.
Okay.
And we're on our last turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best. Oh, you did. The best thing, just to FYI, is to put him like right here and make him overlap you, and then you can put him right next to where you're going.
That's a good idea.
Just as a tactical thing for you guys.
Okay.
Okay. So we are now on turn 6, last
Yeah,
turn.
that is because you can move that even further.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you just go 6 turns and then you count your.
Then you count your
Yeah.
whoever has the most points. Yep. Yep. So actually,
You're gonna lose.
it's I score however many
well, I don't know if
points
the
and
points
shits I
will add
just
up,
score.
but
Oh,
So like right now, Drew has
That's
scored
true.
13
Shit.
points, and
That's a
I've
good
probably
point.
got
So we're done?
16,
We are done.
32,
man, maybe
40
I should
points,
fucking avoid
roughly.
this.
Reset.
So that's the score. I've got 4. It's 40 to 13 right now.
This doesn't really matter.
Nothing changes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna activate my. Okay.
So
Nope, I'm not gonna activate.
we are gonna fire.
And the reason I'm not gonna activate him because I would have shot, but then I would have had to
It's maybe
move,
a bad
and
idea.
then I would have been in your forward arc.
Yeah.
But if I don't activate him, you'll
can
have to
only
move,
kill
and then I will.
I think,
So
yeah.
I'll activate my Nebula
Which
V.
sucks.
He took a
Yeah,
engineering
should have got him
token.
the hell out of Dodge.
He's gonna repair. He's gonna repair 1 damage,
Who's got- Oh wait, I gotta do
and then he is going
What'd
to.
you get?
fucking squadron.
Squadron command.
Yeah.
It's hard. Those 3 turns ago, you thought, hey, a squadron command would have been good. So he's gonna fire on your TIE fighter there.
So what's
You want to bank a token?
Oh,
Just
whiff.
It doesn't matter.
And I was gonna move.
well, and I wouldn't get anything.
Yeah, our turns are over. It's already his turn.
And since this is the last
I'm
turn,
gonna fire on that guy first.
find himself right there.
Yes.
Fuck!
Yes.
If I
Die.
lose because of that, I'm gonna be pissed.
Die.
Wait, he was at 2 or 1? He was at 1, wasn't he?
Pretty sure he was at war.
Yeah, he was. Okay.
Okay, Drew, you're up.
So he's gone.
What's that?
I'm gonna fire this guy next.
Okay, because it's the last turn.
Oh,
And
he's done firing?
he's done. Yeah, you fire first and then move.
Okay.
Yep.
Do
Which really adds a weird
Criticals
strategy value to it
don't
because
with
you're
the
always
armor-
thinking
with
like,
the
oh, I'll move here and then
close range?
shoot. But then you
With
move
the,
there, and then that ship you were going to shoot at is
because I know
gone
they
by
don't
the time
count
you
for the
your turn
squadron
shooting.
fighting.
So I have
Do
engineering.
they count for the ship guns?
Okay, so
I
you
don't know.
can what does that give you? 4? 4. So you can regenerate 2 shield, or you can
That's
repair
nice
that
try.
damage.
Repair this damage?
Yep.
But that
I
doesn't
guess
really
it
matter
doesn't
the last one, does
matter
it?
that
Because
much.
that doesn't give you points.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would.
I'll
Yeah.
So-
I don't think I mean it'd be
1
pretty much
damage,
impossible to
yeah.
blow up your ship. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna fire
I
on that
think
guy,
we're
doesn't
probably
really
gonna.
matter.
Okay.
regenerate my rear
So now I'm
shield.
gonna
You
move.
said 1 or 2?
2 shields. Yep. So you'll do. You want to do 1 in the back here?
Can I do 1 in the back and 1 on the side?
Yep.
I'll do that.
Let's
Okay.
do.
Yep. Okay. And then now you can fire.
Just want to run away?
And
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get out of range of both of my capital ships.
Oh shit. You're
So,
right, 'cause I was gonna
you said it's the
turn
yellow
them to
dots,
a
right?
side.
Yes. Yellow
I
dots. Yellow
just go
dots. Yep.
straight.
so
Oh, I see.
Because this one has to be in this arc, right?
In
So it's not
range
the front,
there.
it's just in the side.
Correct. Yep.
And you like
You can do the side or the front is what you can
move
choose.
one. Yeah, it might be.
Then the back,
But I don't
that's
think
out of
you're
the arc.
Yep.
Something.
Yep.
Okay, so just the side.
Yep.
So you just want to go to
Side
one.
to
Okay.
side. And now it's
There it is.
2 red and blue.
Fuck. I think you did get out of
One,
range.
2 red and 1 blue. Yep.
It's so close. But not close.
Man,
enough, I
it
don't
was
think.
good that you got that guy out of dodge.
I know.
That
He
guy
was
is-
really close to dead.
Woo!
All right, actually, 2 shot. That's
Damn
pretty
it.
darn good.
Yes.
So yeah, you can accuracy since I can't use my maids, we're too close. You can accuracy my redirect, and then I just got to take 2.
Yep, I'll do that.
All right.
I don't even think you're in range of my
Luckily, I
fighter
have shields,
squadron
2
now.
shields
Am I?
there, so that's that. And now I think.
Then I move
You
right.
barely are.
Well, where you
Just
can
fine, I'm
fire
already direct the shit out of
anti-squadron
it.
at this guy.
Okay.
All right. Well,
One
I'm gonna
blue.
move my Corvette.
We'll do
I guess.
that.
Okay.
1 blue?
Yep.
Does it matter?
Not gonna do anything.
Huh?
No, I guess it doesn't.
That's
Since
it.
this is our last turn.
What do we need to do to resolve?
Okay, now you move.
So basically, all I can do is attack this with a
Go
fighter.
on.
Moving these guys doesn't matter because
Pointless,
they're out of range.
Yep, and you're not gonna collide and blow. It's like none of that's gonna
Yeah.
get destroyed. So really, it's just resolve this, and then you're done. Count the points up.
And it doesn't matter how much damage there is on my shields or anything.
Nope.
It's just
Destroyed
it's
ships. Yep. They
I
live. They
lose
live.
because that one fighter beat this. Should have flown him away.
So
All
we're
right.
done.
We're done.
Okay, I'm gonna
Wonder how
activate
we add
this
up
guy.
points.
He's got a
85,
concentrate fire,
And
so
8.
he's gonna fire.
so I've got 94 points.
Nice.
No, 93 points.
I have
right in your wheelhouse, isn't it?
Yep.
9.
All right, we'll start at the front to the back first.
and 127.
I'm
Damn
gonna concentrate fire. This.
Okay.
So it's 3 damage to your back.
Man, just rolling lucky on the
Oh,
ship stuff
yeah,
was the
just
only
roll
way
it.
it was.
And you can have that by using your
Yeah, I think
brace
if I wanted-
down to
wanted to,
2,
that
and then you
would
can
Yeah.
redirect 2 to the side if you choose to, which would be smart because I
Yeah,
can't hit your side from there. So
Okay, so you can't hit the side from
not from my side. I already shot from my front, so
Front.
my side can only shoot your back.
Okay, oh yeah, we'll do the side.
Okay,
Go
so
really
flip your
fast.
brace and your redirect,
Build up
Yeah.
as much speed as you can.
and
And
then
just avoid everyone.
And take
and
out
now I'll
one
shoot from my
And then run.
side.
group of ships and
On
then
your
just
back?
spread the hell out.
Alright.
So the damage, all accuracy, or it doesn't
You're
matter.
really not
But
one
the one
game,
that shoot,
but
yeah. And it's only 1
Well, no,
damage,
that
so you
would
can
work,
take that
because
on
those
your
guys can
shields.
move.
they
And
can
then
move more.
he'll move.
Yeah,
That's longer than mine. so
And
we
now we
jump.
do squadron
That's true,
space.
yeah.
Which I go first.
it could work
We're
to
the
kill
rebels,
that
so
guy.
it's the
at
faster
some
ships
point.
generally. Well,
Yeah, that's true.
I guess the TIE fighters are faster than anything.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah.
All right, that's it.
Yeah.
We're done.
Take pot shots on the fighters.
You won.
The Stecks win the day.
Oh, really? How close was it with those 2 X-Wings? You had 26 points, and oh, he probably had the full 40. Yep. Yep. That's called winning the squadron game.
So is the TIE fighter, the guys, the TIE fighters, are they kind of at a disadvantage?
Well,
in
this
these
is
games.
in the core. So this is just the core set, which is not a full game. It's this is the learn to play
Yeah.
scenario. They're not at a disadvantage. It takes a little bit higher level of strategy to play them effectively, because the TIE fighters they're as good as X-Wings if you keep them in a group together, and if you're activating them with a squadron command as opposed to waiting for them to activate in their own phase. Because if you can get the jump on X-Wings, the ability to re-roll a dice on all of them is a pretty significant advantage. But you really have to plan it out and focus fire. You got to really focus it down on just one X-Wing until it's dead.
Yeah.
And you're going to lose fighters as in that process because they will be fighting back. But like big picture, when you do a full game, I haven't used TIE fighters very much in my Empire builds. There's much better fighters now in the different waves that I've got. So, and there's a whole bunch of different special abilities and the aces, and it gets pretty. There's a squadron that can give intel, which means, so you know how when you're engaged, you're locked?
Yeah.
If you're within one of the squadron with intel, all of your ships have what's called heavy, which means they're engaged, but you can still move and shoot at ships. So it kind of breaks that engagement rule, so it adds strategy on being able to.
That's cool. Neat. Yeah. Neat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next step.
Well, it depends what you guys want to do. I think we can set up a full, like we can do a 300-point game just so you guys see what it looks like, or we can do even a full 400-point game, or we can not do Armada at all.
Can we all get playing the same game?
We can. I have to look up and read there's a new set of rules for that because it's a little bit different. It's technically, the base design is always a 1v1,